Well, what's going on, guys? It's Crater and Ron here. We're back for new This Week in Wrestling. I know we're a few minutes late. We were just going over some things, but hey, at least it's not 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, we were just prepping. That's all it
Yeah,
was.
that's all it was. But yeah,
This time, he was actually being professional.
exactly. So 7:30 will probably be our official start time now. That's always said 7:30. Yeah, I know if at 7 we'll somehow manage to start at 8 somehow magically, but yeah. Besides that, it's not This Week in Wrestling where we talk.
Also, I forgot to say before we had started, I have an idea. I feel like we should probably do it as pay per view, but I'll let you know after we done this.
Okay, no worries.
Remind me.
Yeah. Just tell me, just tell me afterwards. So all right. So before we actually start, Ron, how's your week been?
Very busy. I'm a part of some things now. I can talk about it. It's all video games, you know. It's a thing I'm a part of called Gaming for Honor. And we had one of our we have like a weekly on Fridays. If you're in the Philadelphia or King of Prussia, Phoenixville area, it's a place called Gamers Heaven. We have like a nice little weekly. It's like $5 to come in, but it's $2.50 if you bring your own system. They have a bunch of TVs and stuff set up. It's a nice place. It's a land center on the other side, but it's also streaming. They also do like fighting games and stuff like that. If you're into fighting games, you can play with us and everything. That's what we're about. But if you're also into like land games like Overwatch, which is something I'm into, I might start playing that over there. World of Warcraft and stuff like that. They have it over on the other side. I know all the shameless plugging, but yeah. So
No, that's
also if you're into like, they also have card games like Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh. They also have Warhammer. So it's a nerd central, you know. And if you come there on Fridays when we do our thing, you want to stream, play some fighting games, Street Fighter, Injustice, Tekken, 7. We had Marvel 2 yesterday, so this is some things. But yeah, I was there. I did a little streaming, both playing games and commentating. They may not ask me to do commentating anymore. Not necessarily ask me to do commentating anymore. Just my sense of humor sometimes might get me in trouble.
Gotcha.
Kind of made a Chris Brown Rihanna joke, but shouldn't have done that.
I get what it was.
Yes, but other than that, it's like I said, I've just been busy doing that and stuff like that. And I've actually, I don't know if we're about to get into it, but I actually just sat here and realized I'm doing the podcast on Saturdays and stuff. I'm doing the Game of Honor stuff. I'm still with Console Junkies. We're still trying to plan our comeback and stuff like that. I'm a busy ass man, and hopefully I won't burn myself out in the long run. I don't
You
figure.
do this all in one day?
Oh no. I'm talking about like all this week. I'm still like doing the
Okay.
yeah like yesterday was the what you come the Game of Honor thing. Today is this. It's so much things that's going on. I'm just like, I'm not gonna burn myself out. Of course I'm not.
You don't have to. And again, man, anytime you feel like you're like tired or whatever, like I have no problem with you like not being on the episode, man. Like
I know, but I'm contracted and
yeah, I don't. I mean, I won't go over your how much you get paid
I don't.
on air. But I know. But
let's just kill that now. But anyway, other than that, it's been so far. It's just been busy. I like actually being busy, stuff like that. Also, while I am talking, I'm giving as if they're watching, but I'll just do it anyway. Give a shout out to everybody at the ECT tournament, East Coast Throwdowns in New Jersey. Um, everybody doing that. Yeah, have fun. Hope one of my good friends. He's like, I can't really call him my rival in Tekken because he's much better than I am. but I just saw that he's in he's in top 32. So keep going, dude. I'm talking about Decent because he's from Delaware, so DE Cent.
I get it. Yeah.
You get it. Yeah, it's
No, yeah. I get it.
I always make fun of his name, but but other than that, like I said, everybody that's there at ECT, have fun. The one for me. Hopefully, the next major I'll be at. Maybe I know I'm going to NEC in December, but we'll see.
Mm.
How about you?
What happened this week besides work? Oh, first of all, I guess I'll do it off air. But I've been, if you saw on Facebook too, this week I posted an ad on.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
Yeah, I actually got surprisingly, I posted on Craigslist, which I didn't want to do in the first place. Kind of that's like a cesspool there.
Yeah,
but
it is.
but surprisingly, I got like I got four girls on there.
By the way, before, because I know you said Craigslist, you said girls. We're not doing nothing seedy.
I know. Okay.
I just thought about that when you mentioned.
I know, because they probably have no idea. Yeah, they have no idea what I'm talking about.
We mentioned Craigslist, and then that's like, no. We're not doing nothing seedy here. We're not.
We're not doing casual encounters or whatever that is on Craigslist. But what'd you call? Yeah, I found four girls surprisingly. And it sound without context, it sounds so bad.
It sounds way bad. That's why I was like, wait.
without context, it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, so I'm gonna actually show you the girls, and I've been meaning to do this yesterday. I forgot because I was at work until like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. What you call it? I'm gonna show you the girls that day, and I want you to like decide which one you think is the best fit.
Oh, I got to vote.
Yeah, because I was asking my friends too, and it's like they narrowed it down. So I narrowed it down to like 3 girls, and you will decide. You'll be the one to decide since you're the wrestling, because they don't really watch wrestling, but
they don't like wrestling, but they don't like wrestling, but they want the money.
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about the guys.
Oh, the guys that you pick. Okay.
Yeah, like who I first asked, they narrowed it down. So I'm asking you to actually pick, since you're the actual wrestling enthusiast here, besides me, to pick which girl you think is best fit for it.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that off screen.
Yeah, afterwards. Yeah. Yeah. So again, guys, in out of context, this doesn't make any sense, and it sounds like we're doing probably something illegal, but we're not.
You're definitely not.
Yeah, I'm not.
Love of God.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, just getting underway with what we're going to talk about today. To see the title of the video, we're definitely going to talk about that promo.
That promo.
Raw. Yes, that promo on Raw.
If I had pearls, I would be clutching them.
It was insane. I mean, I knew. Well, first things first. I already knew, but with Dave Meltzer, I mean, it was whatever Dave Meltzer, but I already knew itself. It was scripted. I can tell because there was no way that Vince McMahon would allowed any of those two to say stuff like that. But there was one part that clearly wasn't scripted, but we'll talk about that.
Well, of course, listen. Of course, the majority of the things that comes on I'm not saying Facebook. The majority of things that goes on WWE, especially stuff like that, is scripted. Yes, but the way it goes is they probably have them go into the back, and most of the time they actually write their own stuff, write their own things to say on TV. Now I'm actually surprised that they let them do this. I know we're talking about this way too early, but that most of the time they let them write the stuff. Because the same exact thing with the Usos.
That's what I was about to bring up. That was exactly.
The Usos New Day rap battle. As personal as that might have seemed, it was scripted, but they was the ones that write the rhymes. They went to said person and said, "Hey, do you think it's okay if I say this? Do you think if this is okay? Blah blah blah." They agree. Okay, yeah, you can do that, right? You know, stuff like that. They just go back and forth. Then they just go from there. I'm surprised that they let that happen, being to the fact of what happened with the New Day thing, where they kind of broke up the whole Page Austin Creed situation.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how it is. So with this, yes, it was scripted, but they did write this stuff down. Okay, it wasn't the WWE writers. It was John Cena and it was Roman Reigns. They wrote this stuff down. They say, "Hey, you mind if it was okay if I say this? Hey, you think it's okay if I say that? Anything, blah blah blah." As long as they don't get too personal, and it didn't get way personal. It's just they kept it WWE personal, if you call it
Yeah.
like that.
In their universe, and they didn't go outside of
Yeah,
the
they ain't
book.
talk about family. They ain't talk about stuff like
Yeah.
that.
But yeah. But before we actually get to Raw, the only really breaking news that actually happened yesterday, which I was shocked. We were all shocked. John Bradshaw Layfield, JBL, he is stepping away from SmackDown Live broadcast team. Yeah, that came yesterday.
And not for the reason you think it is.
I know. Which, I mean, it could be what he said. It's believable since I do follow him on Twitter. He didn't block me.
He didn't block you?
No.
Block the fuck out of me.
But yeah, he didn't block me, so I do follow what he does on Twitter. So yeah, he does do like this humanitarian stuff and whatnot with his family and stuff. He always doing these fundraiser things. So I do see that. So I guess he wants to focus on that more. He says he's still gonna be part of WWE. It's just his schedule is gonna be different. So he will no longer be on the SmackDown broadcasting. Now, this brings out an interesting scenario. Now, everybody's first thought in the head. Now, Ronaldo can come back.
He already denied it.
Yeah, he's already, because at first he's doing NXT, and with that NXT schedule, he only films it 2 days out of the week if it's not a takeover.
Yeah.
And after that, he can do whatever the hell he wants for the 2 months, because they tape episodes 4.
And not to also mention, Ronaldo is probably one of the busiest men in sports, not just sports entertainment, but sports. Because you also got to remember, the man just called the biggest boxing match or runaway match, depending on how you feel, in the world, with the Mayweather McGregor thing. So the man's voice is being used around. He also still does the MMA stuff and everything. So
he's one of the best commentators.
Yeah, he is one of the best commentators. So with that said, even if he wanted to go back to SmackDown Live, he doesn't have. I don't think he has the time. The thing with NXT is he can get that done quick. They don't do takeovers
every month.
Every month, it's a big four situation usually. So whenever there's a big four pay per view, that's when they do the takeover. So he won't be needed to do live stuff. He'll tape for the month. I think they're already done September's taping by now, and
they're done.
And he's free to do anything and everything he wants. So he goes back to boxing. He goes back to MMA. He has a podcast with
I forgot what guy
with Boss Rutan. He's an MMA legend and stuff like that he does. So the man's busy. So the fact of adding SmackDown Live to that, nah, that it's a smart decision on his part to say, no, I'm not doing that. Let me do my work. I get my money, and I can take a rest instead of traveling. Also, every so often just to do this and whatever.
Yep.
Guys, they already have a replacement apparently.
Who?
I don't think this is true, but for some reason I'm hearing the rumors that the person that's replacing him is TJP. It's not true, I don't think.
Who the fuck came up with that?
Someone came. It's something I saw on Twitter, and people just got on him. I think he deleted the tweet. It was like, yeah, so the news is that TJP is going to be. And it's like, why would TJP, who's active, he's an active wrestler. He's not like he's injured. He's not retired. Like,
no, but Yeah, but yeah, the main reason I brought it up because now brings up an interesting scenario for SmackDown. Because in case you don't know how the commentary teams work for Raw and SmackDown, there's a neutral guy, a heel commentator, and a face commentator. For Raw, you have Michael Cole as a neutral. I firmly believe Corey Graves is the face commentator and Booker T is the heel commentator, even though I think I know.
It's a little, actually, actually with that dynamic you just said, I kind of feel like it doesn't always be like that.
I know sometimes it does. It depends on for Corey Graves' sake. It depends on the wrestler because, like for example, Seth Rollins is a face, and he always approves of anything Seth Rollins does, even though he's always any other heel he will agree with, except for
And also let's not forget that Enzo is a face and he hates the hell out of him.
Yeah, so I mean it differs, but I would like to think that's the dynamic.
And the same thing with Booker T. Booker T is just
Booker
like
T is just an incoherent mess. So whatever he says out his mouth, I don't even listen to. No, yeah, you can't. No, I forgot what he said past week on Raw. No, I forgot what he said past week on Raw. And even Michael Cole called him out on his BS.
You're right. It's just
no. It wasn't last week. It was the week before. He said something how they're here to cash out checks. Right? He was like he said, and then Michael Cole called him. He was like, wait, so I forgot what it was. It was something to do with Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, and he just called him on his BS.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Booker T's an incoherent mess. What he says doesn't make any sense. So that's why I think he's the heel commentator. It just doesn't make any sense. But but on the SmackDown side, it was pretty obvious. Tom Phillips was somewhat the neutral guy. It depends.
Well, it depends on what his divas out there. He wants not to face fuck, but
okay. Brian.
This is why I'm in trouble.
Brian Saxon clearly the babyface, and JBL is clearly the heel. But no, what I find hilarious. Remember the Superstar Shakeup? Who was supposed to originally go to Raw?
It was supposed to be as far as the announcers.
Yeah, it was David Otunga.
Yeah, but
look what he's doing.
He must be doing a movie, but that movie has been.
That's my point. They fucked him. They didn't want him on Raw. They wanted him on the countdown. Here's what they did. It's so brilliant what they did. They said Brian Saxon will do SmackDown. They knew his ass was about to film a movie. They were like, all right, you're gonna be on Raw. We come back. Nope, Booker T took it.
Yeah, because I'm gonna say like that Superstar Shakeup was like what 5-6 months? 6 months now.
That's my point.
It's September. How long is this fucking? What movie are you doing?
They fucked him because he only does the kickoff shows.
Yeah, you're right. He is back.
That's all he does. So it's like they made sure his ass was not only gonna be on SmackDown, but he definitely wasn't gonna be on Raw. His fucking commentary was atrocious. He was the same monotone idiot, but yeah.
It's like Booker T's commentary is bad, but not David Otunga bad.
Yeah, he wasn't David Otunga bad. David Otunga was like, what's the best way to describe David Otunga?
Rikishi's friend.
He had the same reaction to everything. Just get like, what's the example I can give? When AJ Styles first won the debut title, he wasn't enthusiastic about it, as Minoru Rawley was.
Like, well, to be fair, Morrow does crack before. No, he doesn't. But that man knows how to sell, and David Otunga doesn't really.
David Otunga doesn't know. I'm still shocked to this day how David Otunga still has a job there.
Because he's the lawyer.
I know, but that's already done. John Laurinaitis, the whole authority thing is over.
No, he's their official lawyer.
Okay.
You never knew that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he's legit because he is a Harvard graduate in law.
Holy shit!
I mean, you thought he was like actually kidding about that?
No. I knew he was like a real life lawyer. I knew that part.
Yeah, but because
I didn't know.
Yeah, he's their official. Like he does the commentating and stuff, but pretty much Vince McMahon pretty much like, listen, we really don't have a future in the ring, but we need like an official lawyer with our cases, especially with the concussion cases that's going on, whatever, and everything. So any lawsuits that the WWE has to go through, David Otunga is in charge of it.
I actually did not know that.
Yeah, he is the official lawyer of the WWE. Yes, he does the commentating and the acting on the side and stuff like that. But when it's time to
Huh.
actually do have a case or whatever, he's their man.
I legit did not know that. Interesting.
Yeah, so
Interesting.
and especially with the and especially now. Okay, I just heard a sound outside. Especially now, he's mainly working on the CM Punk case.
That's still going on.
That's
Yeah.
still going on. That so far, from what I'm hearing, is not really looking good for Punk because he's spending money on these lawyers for the longevity of this case.
This case been going on since what? 2015. 2
Yeah,
years.
yeah, and everything, and the lawyers CM Punk isn't really doing anything.
You'll be better off just coming back and paying it off.
Seriously, like CM Punk isn't really doing anything to keep the money going, really, and so it's like it's costing him money and everything. Like, yeah, he's making his merchandise and everything. He still gets some type of residual checks from WWE, but at the same time, it's costing him more money to keep with the lawyers just to keep up this case and everything. Meanwhile, David Otunga just sitting there waiting.
I legit did not know that. Huh.
Yeah, he's the head of their law team apparently.
That is definitely interesting. Okay, and off the record, and this is completely out of like random, but we're gonna get back to that JBL. I mean, who's gonna play JBL in a second. I just find it interesting on dailyshop.com. For some reason, despite how much they bury them, Gallows Anderson's got a new shirt.
Oh yeah, they actually, I won't say they're buried. They just, and you know what? I want you to take on something on Monday when we talk about Raw, because I'm pretty sure, knowing you, if you watch Raw, right?
Yeah, I watched Raw.
So I'm knowing you. I'm pretty sure a certain moment in Raw, you had a mark out moment.
Oh yeah, obviously. You talked during Battle Royal, yeah.
Yeah, because I watched it. I'm just like, somewhere right now.
It's funny. I'm not gonna lie. Until my brother pointed it out, I didn't even realize what was happening.
I'm like,
who was with like the people who was involved in it. I didn't even realize at that point. I completely forgot.
I sat here and I'm like, right now.
He did that intentionally, but that's besides the point.
But I'm like, Crayer. I wanted to tweet at you, but I'm like, nah.
No, I completely I'm like, right now. My brother pointed out, but yeah, but I just find that interesting. They still are like, they're clearly in the eyes of them, they're still like worthy superstars to them.
I mean, hey, and then
I'm glad that's the case, but because like again, they should be probably one of the most prominent tag teams in WWE. But
if you look at it like this, there's some people who know what they're there for, and everything. Like, not everybody there. For instance, I give a good example. Kurt Hawkins.
Yeah.
Okay, Kurt Hawkins came back.
Of that, yeah, and he knows his role.
Yeah, he knows his role and everything. He's like, I'm going to probably job for the rest of my career, but I'm getting TV time.
I can provide for my family.
Yeah, I can provide for my family. I'm getting paid for this. Sure, I might not be a world heavyweight or world champion wrestler or championship wrestler and everything, but I can provide for my family. The same thing, and never know. Maybe one day something might happen. The same thing with the.
I'll say Zack Ryder was a perfect example.
Yeah, there's another one.
Like years.
Matter of fact, another person that's doing it right now, and now he's sort of set with his new role. Kurt Zatzel and Bo Dallas.
Yeah,
they both were like, these out of nowhere. They usually wrestle with superstars. You don't never hear from them. Now they're part of this Mizdouraj thing, and now it's like,
now they're on Raw every week. People that who could care less about, they're in some type of focus point on Raw every single week.
Yeah,
regardless of what they're doing. So it's like, yeah, no, I do get your point. So it's like, I wonder where do they think the club is? Like, because
the club will probably. I feel like the club will probably get theirs, but right now it's the fact of there's literally
I mean, they did have their moment. They did become Raw Tag Team Champions.
yeah,
Granted,
and I feel like
it was
they're
a
going
fucking
to be like that again. It's just they're going to get to that again. It's just that right now there's just nothing for them right now. But sooner or later they might get theirs, and you never know who this.
I think especially after all, maybe it might be because since Raw was injured, they didn't have new opponents for the Hardys. So I think maybe them.
Yeah,
they never actually had a proper feud because they only had that one-off rematch for the titles, and that was it. They never actually like finished things off with them, but we'll see. But quick on the last subject about JBL's replacement. Who you think? Before I say my opinions, who you think is going to replace him? Who's going to replace JBL?
As far as a heel,
or just not even think about that dynamic. Who do you personally think will fill up? Not
personally,
replace JBL. Who would be the third? But like,
I'm trying to think.
There's three people in mind.
Okay, let me hear your three people.
Okay, first off, do you remember Scott Stanford?
Yes.
He's still around, baby. I think they might use him again. He used to commentate.
Scott, I can tell you what Scott Stanford does.
What does he do?
Because as you know, I watch Raw on a website. Connected to WWE. Sorry. And sometimes this website will stream from Canada. Him and some other girl. I can't figure. I think Kelly.
Kathy Kelly.
Yeah, Kathy Kelly. They are the Canadian, I would say, announcers or ambassadors of WWE. So when you do like a WWE moment or something like that on Sportsnet Canada, that's what Scott comes in. That's when
Okay, they're basically like what like Joey Styles used to do in his role back then. I remember like Joey Styles doing something like that. He used to do like all the when WWE still had what was that show that they used to have like Aftershock or Afterburn, or shit like that back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Or if they're in commercial, and sometimes they need to sell the sizzle for the new for whenever they're touring in Canada. He'll go, all right, well, while Raw's on break and while SmackDown's on break, let's talk about the next event that's coming here in Canada. Coming to Ontario, everything, blah blah blah. So that's what him and Kelly does. They do something like that. So they're like they're from Canada.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah, so that's what they do. They're like their spokespeople, ambassador, whatever of Canadian TV.
Got it. So maybe not him. All right. My second choice was Jerry Lawler.
Sorry about that.
I mean, my second choice was.
Remember the last time Jerry was on SmackDown? It didn't work.
I know, but he was originally a commentator on SmackDown before the brand split. So I figured maybe.
True, but he just.
Now the third one is a long shot, but hear me out. It is a long shot. But it's not out of the realm of possibility considering what's happening now. Renee Young. Because hear me out for a second. Because again, besides the Mae Young Classic that's going on, they have a first female referee, full-time female referee that they're currently doing right now. She's in NXT. Renee Young knows how to commentate. She did it in NXT like the first 2 years. So it's not like she doesn't know how to be a commentator. She does all the backstage interviews and whatnot before. And it's like, she has the experience. Why not do something different? She
always wanted to be like one of the first female commentators for Raw and on SmackDown.
So it's like,
and I feel like, you know what? And I do feel like they sort of owe her a favor, being to the fact that y'all did fucking cancel Talking Smack out of nowhere,
right? For no reason, that was literally the best show. That what you see, and that's why I feel like that's why SmackDown is struggling now in terms of like segments being cut or whatnot. Because Talking Smack was that's why I always said Raw was a show about stories and SmackDown was a show about wrestling. because they had an extra half hour to 45 minutes on Talking Smack to do all their promos that they were gonna do.
And they were like,
that's what Talking Smack was for.
And plus, they were a little more down to earth. Even if you're like the mega heel, you know, like someone like Baron Corbin, who was like a heel, but he didn't come in hype as hell about anything. He came in there calm, like, you know.
Talking Smack is the only reason why Baron Corbin has a character. That we even know anything about him, really. If Talking, let's put it in perspective. If Talking Smack didn't exist, what exactly do we know about Baron Corbin?
Yeah, right.
Nothing. Like that. Like if it wasn't for Talking Smack, if it wasn't for Talking Smack, Miz would not be where he is right now. Again, I mean, he was up there, but he wouldn't be as far up there if it was for that promo that happened on Talking Smack. So I don't know. Renee Young, that's a long shot, but it's not out of the realm of possibilities. No. I'm not saying he should be the lead commentator. It'll probably still be Tom Phillips, but then
I might want to keep her away from Tom Phillips because
I know since Dean Ambrose is not even there anymore on SmackDown, so
people like to fuck people in faces.
I mean, that would be nice to see because again, it makes Remember in the beginning of the brand split when they said Raw and SmackDown would be two completely different shows?
Yeah.
They slowly but surely went away from that. I mean, in the very beginning, it was two completely different shows. You can tell it was. But I mean, I feel like if you bring in Renee Young, that brings something different for SmackDown. Female commentator. But yeah. But that's it on the JBL subject. Well, I guess we'll eventually find out on Tuesday or probably earlier. It's gonna be fucking David Otunga. I just know it. It is. I already know the back of my head. They're gonna say, "Fuck it, David Otunga, got your job back. Go ahead, have fun with that." But yeah, moving on to Raw itself. I mean, there's a lot to talk about on Raw. This Raw, even though it was
actually one of the good ones.
Yeah, it wasn't even a go home show. It wasn't even a go home show. It was just. Like this was because we have 3 weeks away until No Mercy anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, we're how many weeks away? We are 1, 2, 3. We are if you don't tomorrow as of tomorrow we're 3 weeks away. Yeah, 3 weeks away. Shit, so they have a bunch of huh?
Echo. Strong echo.
Is there echo now?
No. No, there it goes.
Is it coming from me?
I think so. It's like a delayed echo at that.
Give me a second.
Wait. Okay, it's gone. Damn it, now it's back. Sorry, folks.
Let me switch something.
Okay.
Okay, what about now?
Okay. You know what? It's there, but it's faint. It's not going to bother me.
I switched
the other one. No, it's there, but it's faint.
Okay,
it's not going to really bother me. It's not going to be bothering me as much as the first one did. Because the first one was like
because I switched because originally it was okay. I know why. Originally, my audio output was coming through my computer. Now it's coming straight from the headphones itself.
Oh, okay.
I guess that was the reason why it was echoing. Basically, it was bouncing off of where it was coming from. So now, I mean, do you still hear it, or you can barely?
I can barely hear it.
Okay, then. So that's what happened. All right, so a lot happened. There's a lot that happened on Raw. So first things first, Miz came out, and he was basically
saying, cold opening, by the way.
Huh?
It was a cold open, by the way.
It was.
No, nothing.
There hasn't really been an intro for both. No, SmackDown hasn't had a fucking intro in forever.
Yeah, you're
right. Doing intros for SmackDown. Raw, you could use some from time to time, but SmackDown, I've yet to hear take a chance for a few months now. Don't know what they're doing there, but
I really wish Raw does on occasional because Raw sort of made me hate Shinedown.
I don't know why.
Because enemies. When you hear that on an occasion, and I listen to a lot of rock radio, but after a while, it's like,
no, I do understand.
Especially rock radio plays a lot of Shinedown too, and Shinedown is a good group, but it's just like when you got one song playing on there, and then you got enemies sort of sometimes play on the radio and on Raw, it kind of gets on your nerves.
I get it. No, I completely understand. If you listen to the same thing over and over again, it's convincing, it gets tiring. But yeah, Miz first came out and he was explaining how, again, he doesn't essentially, he's not getting respect that he deserves. He is the Intercontinental Champion. He's the most prominent superstar on the roster. Again, which he's a completely 100% right, because Brock Lesnar is not here. For the most part, Brock Lesnar is really never here. Yeah. Unless he's building up. So he's literally, the Intercontinental title is technically the most important title on the show, because Universal title is barely around. But yeah, so it's saying how he does have a match, whatever. Kurt Angle came out, which now I want to make sure I want to verify that I heard what he said correctly. He told Miz that he will have a shot at, he will have to defend his title at No Mercy, right?
Yes, that's what Kurt Angle did say, that he will defend his belt at No Mercy.
Let me rephrase that. He said the Intercontinental title will be defended
at No Mercy. Yes,
at No Mercy.
Yeah, you're right about that. But he also did say that this Battle Royale is going to be #1 contendership, and that person is going to face him next week.
Okay, I wanted to verify.
So you're right on that. Yeah. So unless and sometimes WWE will change up on something that he said. It's like, hey, we didn't say that. Yes, you did. No, we didn't.
Yes, you did. That's what I wanted. I know he said the Miz, which pretty much I think Kurt Angle screwed up, because he's pretty much just saying the fact that the Miz will defend the title at No Mercy. He should have said the Intercontinental title will be defended at No Mercy. I feel like that's what confused me.
Or maybe he just said something, which means something might happen Monday, which means there might be a rematch.
Probably. Well, Miz if he loses the title, he gets a rematch regardless. So
yeah, exactly.
So he was saying, but there'll be a battle royal, and the winner of this battle royal will be #1 contender for the Intercontinental title next week, which confuses the hell out of me, because even though you're #1 contender next week, let's just say, okay, again, we're going to, in the context of, let's pretend like Davey wasn't scripted for a second. Mm-hmm. Let's just say the person didn't win the title next week. So who the hell is the next #1 contender then?
I might have a theory because of who didn't win the Battle Royale. It's a theory I have of something that might happen. I think I said it to you, but just in case, I'll say it again. Well, let's talk about it. Then I'll tell you where I might think.
Yeah. So the actual Battle Royal had a bunch of superstars. The main ones to take out was both Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel was both part of it, so they did have a chance. Elias was a part of it. Jason Jordan was a part of it. Ben Bauer was a part of it. Matt and Jeff was a part of it. Gallows Anderson was a part of it, and also Big Show was part of it, and he has a new look. He shaved off his beard, and when I first saw him, I thought he was a cancer patient. I'm not gonna lie, but then I realized, wait, Big Show never had hair for like years, so that beard really made it. That beard made it seem like he had hair this whole time.
Dude, cancer patient? Even I won't even make that joke.
I'm sorry, but yeah,
it's fine. I was like, cancer patient.
Yeah, but that was my first thought when I first saw him. I was like, well, what the hell is this?
Although I did say I joked around when I said that comes out with a baby face, still a heel. Or the fact that he. Sorry, I forgot to mute my phone. I gotta remind myself to mute my phone. Or it's the fact that he also kind of looked like a circumcised penis.
Okay.
Hey, it's a lot. Hey, it's still a lot better than cancer patient. God damn it.
Yeah,
or he also.
If I offended anybody.
No, don't worry about it. Right. But if you did, send all your emails to. I'm kidding. Mm-hmm. But some people also say that he looks like King Kong Bundy.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, I did see me on that on Facebook. I did.
And it's like, yeah, but yeah, he came out with a clean look. Now, the biggest thing that had me as far as like who came out in this battle royal was Finn Balor, and I'm like, Jesus Christ,
I
deserved it
know
all.
he's now. Well, to be fair, again, the rest of the roster is like I'm not saying the Raw roster is thin, but when you have the majority of them being okay, so you have the cruiserweights, which is
I
a
mean, that's a
complete
separate thing now.
on itself, so you couldn't use the cruiserweights. Besides that, they can't really use the main tag teams with Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Cesaro, and Sheamus because they're in a feud. There was no way in hell they were going to use Roman Reigns, John Cena, Braun Strowman in them. There was no fucking way. So, like, again, who
And
else
Joe and Samoa Joe, as we now know, is
is injured?
is injured.
So it's like, again,
Not bad, but just
Finn was the only other option. He had I understand why they chose Finn. I feel like he shouldn't have been. I feel like he should have been relegated.
Also, a little angry about something that happened in the match. But let's just keep going.
All right. But okay, so I'm just gonna point. I'm not gonna say every elimination because it'll take forever. I'm gonna say all of the important, like the main ones that happened. First one, it was funny. Kurt Hawkins. It was funny because what he tweeted after made me laugh. He got eliminated first because they all carried him out, and then it was hilarious. I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna bring up the tweet right now. Actually, he said it was hilarious.
I don't follow him, so I can't wait to hear this. There's certain fusses I do follow.
Yes.
He's not one of them.
I'm going to screen share this. It was kind of hilarious what he did say.
I mean,
that's the other reason why I laughed at this.
I mean, he's not right. He's not lying.
Yeah, like they all respect that honored me last night. This business all about honors. You see, like that's why I like Kurt Hawkins. Again, he knows his role. Again, he knows his role in the company, but at least he can make a joke on it. And as long as you can laugh at yourself, that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
That was funny. I was laughing my ass off when he had that tweet. That's why
so far he's 109 losses.
Yeah, it's sad. I mean, it's sad, but it's like sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. This age that we win-loss records does not matter.
It doesn't, but at the same time,
it doesn't. Bad, yes.
It's funny because of the fact of it's funny because of the fact that someone like Finn Balor, we follow him on Instagram. He kind of jokes about it with him.
Even he started fucking with him. Like he was like, "Yeah, crash 100." Yeah, it's Seth Crow, but what can you do? But yes, that was one of the main ones. The other elimination was both. Well, it was about to be elimination. Both that was about to get eliminated, but then Miz interfered and made sure he wasn't, which doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know why referee's back had to be turned because Matt Hardy got eliminated first. Then Gallows and Anderson pulled him out, which made him get eliminated. They started attacking him. The referee was like distracted by that, which made Miz made sure both out say it. I don't know why that was needed. As far correct me if I'm wrong. Battle Royals are no qualification, right?
Yes, but at the same time, the rules do state that I feel like an inside interference. There's certain type of interference I feel like it's happened before can stop him, but also you also got to remember, like, all right, so I think one of the rules in Battle Royale, even if the person is outside and you get knocked out, it still counts as an elimination. And also, that still counts as an elimination. So it's not like, oh, well, this person was already out and he pulled me out, so it counts as an elimination. Also, as far as the Miz is concerned, you already know he just did it because he wants to save his two people, from not getting eliminated.
He was probably expecting those two to win, so he could obviously keep his Intercontinental title.
Yeah, exactly.
That was one major thing. The other major thing that you already alluded to was when Big Show got eliminated. It was I think it was Finn Balor, right? Was it that?
It was it started off with with Gallows Anderson, and then Finn Balor came and helped.
Yes, which again,
and then they looked at each other and they threw out the two sweet signs, and Finn Balor almost did it, and then they got attacked.
So it's like that was so cool. That was the closest thing we'll get to an actual Balor Club because they're obviously not going to use.
But at the same time, on Finn Balor's Twitter, he did acknowledge the fact that it was teamwork.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe is that the direction Finn Balor's going? No, because clearly evident in Battle Royal, the feud is not over between Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt because Finn Balor.
That's what pissed me off.
Oh, the most.
It's like it's not really the feud. Or I mean, yeah, the feud's kind of getting stale, but it's not that. It's that Bray Wyatt minute that I explained before. Like when all right, it's pretty much the same as that way. If you ever seen the movie 9/11 movie, and they explain how the pretty girl always, when she walks down the hallway and the music plays, everything stops and slows down, and nobody moves because she's walking down the thing, and then when she's done, everything starts moving again.
Yeah,
it's the same as that thing with Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt has this thing where when he does his little teleport, everything is supposed to stop. Apparently, including Battle Royals. Apparently, Battle Royals, everything still stops. Everybody's in the same position or whatever until Bray Wyatt comes in, does this thing, and then leaves.
It just disappeared.
And it's like, okay.
So because of that, Finn Balor got screwed out of the Intercontinental title opportunity because of Bray Wyatt. So clearly, this feud is not over between Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt. Another elimination was Jason Jordan.
Which
no, actually, no, scratch that. Let me reverse that. The elimination was Elias Sampson because of Jason Jordan. I personally thought Elias Sampson was gonna win.
No, I thought because of the fact it was gonna be Jason Jordan, because of the fact
that we all thought that, because like, come on, fucking hell.
And I will give it to the fact that they haven't fought for it yet. But like I said, I have a theory about something that's going to happen soon with Jason Jordan's character.
And then, but shockingly, after Elias Sampson got eliminated by Jason Jordan, Jeff Hardy came out of nowhere and eliminated Jason Jordan. So the person that you probably weren't expecting going to win the Battle Royal, not because he's not good or anything, it's just that was the last person you expect to probably win. Jeff Hardy, he is now the #1 contender for the Intercontinental title, and he will officially face Miz next week. So,
which is surprising because
nobody expected that. Nobody expected that. He gets an opportunity to become 5-time Intercontinental champion.
Yeah.
So, Eddie, any predictions on? So, what do you think is going to happen next week?
I think probably Jeff might win it, and then he might have the rematch on No Mercy, because I still don't think that Jason Jordan is ready for that Intercontinental.
There's no fucking way.
But this I told you that I was going to say this. This is what I think might happen sometime down the line with Jason Jordan. I feel like they're going to turn him heel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the way they're going to turn him heel is he's going to play the "my daddy is the Raw GM" thing, and he can give me any match I want. And it sort of started with last week's Raw when, out of nowhere, for no apparent reason, he wanted to face Finn Balor.
I don't know. Again, to this day, I don't know why he thought that was going to be.
So I mean, which is like way out of his jurisdiction. I mean, if you play the 2K games, Jason Jordan's rating is kind of low compared to Finn Balor.
Yeah, I know. So like, what is he doing?
But so what I'm thinking that they're going to do is they're probably going to do a thing where Jason Jordan is probably going to ask for any match he wants to. He's going to go and, Daddy, I want this match or whatever. He's going to say no, and then Jason Jordan's going to get all in Kurt's feelings, like, oh, well, a dad who was always there for me would have done something like this for me. That kind of thing.
Play that card.
Yeah, he's going to play that card and everything, and give him all types of matches or whatever. So I see him winning the Intercontinental belts. Let's just say it like this. Jeff Hardy wins. Like this is the scenario. Jeff Hardy wins Monday, has his rematch, No Mercy, and he wins. And he wins down that match. Jason Jordan wants to face Jeff Hardy. He says no because such and such is up for it next, and he's like, oh, well, I thought you know you was my dad, and then you thought you love me, blah blah blah. And he just keeps giving him title opportunities after title opportunities and whatever. And then he'll probably talk his father into making like a stipulation for where Jeff Hardy pretty much loses. That kind of thing. Like he can't do the Swanton Bomb, or he can't do this or that, or this, that,
He's
and the
gonna
third.
make sure that is as easy for him as possible.
Yeah.
So
I see that happening somewhat down the line.
And I can potentially see it too. There's a few reasons. I can potentially see that happen. I think Jeff Hardy might still be in the title picture. There's a couple reasons why. Because first off, the Revival's injured. Those are people originally Hardy was supposed to feud with. So since they're injured, I mean, well, not the Revival. Scott Dawson is injured, but that means basically the Revival's injured. So he's out until they said he won't be coming back. I mean, they're verified before.
He's gonna be gone for a while. He ain't gonna be bad to probably Royal Rumble.
I think that's what they said too. Which is, I feel so bad for the Revival. It's like they were fucking legends in NXT. I mean, so was everybody else, but it's like they were like the tag team was like, holy shit. These are people who can't wait for the main roster. And they first appeared in the main roster, they already took out freaking
took out New Day.
The New Day, and then literally their first 2 weeks. And now
made New Day leave Raw. By the way, so they made New Day leave Raw.
Yeah,
because remember they faced New Day on the WrestleMania after the Raw after WrestleMania. Then they faced them again, and they messed up Kofi's knee.
And then so that happened. Yeah,
and then that happened, but then nothing happened afterwards because then you didn't see New Day for a couple of weeks, and that's what you know they're on SmackDown.
Exactly, and then Dash Wilder got injured.
Yeah.
And then when they came back, they were about to fight the Hardys, clearly. And then Scott Dawson got injured right before their match at SummerSlam. But I'm looking at the report. They said the earliest he'll be back is December. So, I mean, it's like 3 more months, but still. It's like it kind of – I just feel so sorry for them. But, yeah. So that's one thing. So I can see since the Hardys have nobody to feud unless they feud with Gallows and Anderson, which they kind of hinted at because Gallows and Anderson specifically attacked Matt Hardy. You know what I see happen? I'll explain later. I can potentially, this is way down the line. Jeff Hardy's dealing with again, remember, there was always been rumored that they were going to split up the Hardys eventually anyway. They go down separate ways. Jeff Hardy can be dealing with the Intercontinental title. Matt Hardy can be doing his broken gimmick and dealing with the club and maybe a heel Finn Balor. Who knows?
You never know. But
yeah, that's one thing. And the other thing is, again, The Miz, in case you guys don't know, The Miz was originally, had Samoa Joe not been injured, the original plans for No Mercy was going to be John Cena versus Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns versus The Miz for the Intercontinental title. That was the original plan. Yeah, that was the original plan. But since Samoa Joe is injured, obviously plans has changed now. So with that being said, I can potentially see this happening because who else is The Miz going to feud with now?
You're right.
There's no way it's going to be. I mean, yes, Jay Jordan's obvious. It seems like that's what they're going for, but not yet. So in the meantime, they're going to use Jeff Hardy, which makes perfect sense. He's a credible singles wrestler. More cut out for it.
And it also seems like they're giving stuff to the elder wrestlers and everything to help.
Because they sell. That's why.
Yeah, and to help along with the younger wrestlers too. Miz is along that line too, where he'll help out the younger wrestlers, try to make them as good as they can.
I mean, it makes sense. So, yeah, we'll see. But yeah, Jeff Hardy, we will definitely see where that route goes for him. So, only time will tell if he actually. We'll find out next week. I predict that I actually believe he's going to win too because they could have picked anybody else. You could tell Miz was going to lose, but Jeff Hardy seems like they never even fought each other. It'll be the first time ever too. So we will see. We will definitely see. Moving on though to Enzo Amore, his first official cruiserweight match under the cruiserweight division. He fought Noam Dar. I called it before they even announced the match. I was like, Noam Dar is gonna be the fucking one to do it, isn't he? And sure enough, they used Noam Dar. I mean, this wasn't the best. I mean, this wasn't the best. I would say 205 was a better example of what Enzo can do. This clearly wasn't the best example.
No, it wasn't. I'm glad, and you know what? And I'm glad you saw that too. Because I watched this match, I'm just like, okay.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Let's see what he can do as someone who's he's not in no type of special stipulation. He's not trying to fight Enzo, who's bigger than him. I mean, Big Cass, who's bigger than him. So
if someone literally weight class,
someone who's same weight class. Let's see what he can do. And Noam Dar was just trying to work with him, and just like
you had to give him credit. Yeah, Noam Dar was, and it's sad because Noam Dar is like only 22. Enzo's in his 30s.
Yeah,
and he can clearly out wrestle him. He can clearly out wrestle him.
Yes, and I feel bad for Noam Dar because it's like he's another one of those wrestlers who does deserve better.
I said it from the very beginning. After that almost year feud with Alicia Fox and Cedric Alexander, he deserved at least a number one contender's opportunity for the cruiserweight title. Regardless if Neville was still champion, regardless if Noam Dar was still a heel, he at least deserved that. That's just me.
He has a job to fucking
Enzo.
And not saying that Enzo can't wrestle, but Enzo can't wrestle.
No, I mean, again, this is for the first time in how many years? I'll say since 2013. During the NXT run, this is literally the first time that we actually seen Enzo, not in a singles match, but literally by himself, that he has to show off what he can do.
Yeah.
It was always Big Cass with him, regardless for how many years.
I mean, and because Enzo would do some things or whatever here and there, but then
this is literally all on his own now. This is literally all on his own.
He'll get beat up, and then he has to tag Big Cass, and Big Cass finishes the match.
Exactly.
It's the same formula all along.
But so it's like now he's literally by himself, and clearly shows. I mean, again, I'm not gonna fault anybody on the wrestler's first. To me, this was Enzo's first official match as a singles wrestler. So I'm not gonna fault him for that. Well, like I said, 205 Live, yes, it was a tag team match, so they was able to hide the fact that he probably wasn't as good as he was. But time will tell. Like I said, this wasn't the best example. 205 Live was a better example of what he could actually do.
Yeah.
So yeah. But with that being said, yeah, Enzo did win his first match. Neville, funny, he was backstage saying how if this is the competition 205 Live, he's gonna remain champion forever.
Sure.
Which is kind of true. I mean, just Neville is getting to the point with Neville, just like Asuka, even though Asuka never lost a match, who else is literally gonna fight? Who else can actually beat Neville at this point?
I said to guys, and I said that.
I know you said that, but that's clearly that's not what they're going for.
And that's a shame that they're not going for that because
I'm not gonna lie. I do, after looking at 205 Live, I do feel kind of bad for not just Cedric, but like people like Grand Metalik. I'm not trying to be biased here because Grand Metalik, but like people like them who are clearly the stars of the cruiserweight division, and they're getting the back burner for people like Enzo, who, yes, I know in terms of a merchandise sales perspective, Enzo is considered more profitable than those two, but it's like, come on.
I mean, and the sad part is you kind of sort of see that the day when Enzo faces Neville,
I can see Enzo. I mean, Akira technically did it. He actually beat Neville, but like I'm told, truly,
yeah. But there was a builder for SummerSlam, whatever, blah blah blah. I'm talking about the fact of they're going to have Enzo win the belt because of his merchandise sales
and make him keep title for a while. And sometimes it's a good thing and sometimes it's a bad thing. I will sadly have to.
I look at this. If I can compare something to Enzo, I can sort of compare him, as much as I love this wrestler, I can sort of compare him to the Ultimate Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
Because the reason why I'm saying that is because back in the 90s, because he wasn't around with all this,
Mm-hmm.
but it has been said that the Ultimate Warrior was a big draw, was a big moneymaker, but his wrestling skills was shit. Okay, and I can be the first to admit that I'm one of the biggest Ultimate Warrior fans out there. But I could be the first one to tell you that his wrestling skills was shit compared to someone like Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Rick
Mm-hmm.
Rude, Slaughter. You know, just to name a few. You know, like Ultimate Warrior was just about raw power and stuff like that. But when it came to the actual wrestling, there's a lot of people who can legit out wrestle him, and yet he still won the matches. The reason why he still won the matches is because at the time he was a money draw. You know, I mean, we all know. Some people know that one of the main reasons why Hogan dropped the title to him because he wanted to see someone else actually, do some things. Plus, Hogan was taking a break.
Mm-hmm.
But after a while, it's like, maybe this was a mistake. I mean, he held it for almost a year. Well, Warrior held the belt for almost a year. He won it in WrestleMania 6, and
Mm-hmm.
he lost it at Royal Rumble 91 against Slaughter. He almost held it for a year and everything. But like I said, the main reason why Warrior won the belt wasn't because of his wrestling skills. It was because at the time in the 90s, he was a big draw. He was actually making more sales at the time than Warrior. I mean, then not Warrior, than Hogan.
So that's understandable. So yeah, I do get your point, which is again, I can't fault WWE for that because at the end of the day, this is a company that is a business. This is a business.
Yeah.
Not just a sports entertainment, but an actual business. They have to make money somehow. They can't put the focus point on superstars who are clearly good, but if they're not clicking
They're
with
good, but they're not sure. But
yeah,
what about the merchandise sales, whatever?
exactly. So it's like, and that's why I understand why they're going. I personally don't have an issue with Enzo. I just hate the fact that this is I'm not saying this is literally the exact same situation, but it's kind of like the situation where when The Rock came back, he was. I'm not saying that he actually was. He was kind of taking the spotlight of other superstars, i.e., CM Punk at the time.
Yeah.
But that's a debate for another time. But yeah, so it's kind of like that. And I'm not gonna lie, I know you don't watch 205 Live, but this past week's episode 205 Live, which is clearly I knew from the very beginning, second Enzo was gonna came. That was the livest. I mean, I'm probably saying the best way I described it. That was the most energized the crowd has ever been, ever on 205 Live.
Yeah.
Solely because of Enzo Amore. Solely because of him. So it's like, and I knew that's like, because again, Enzo clicks with the fans. So if you have that type of person on 205 Live, I knew it was going to work. So it's like, it's clearly obvious Enzo was the answer to their problem ever since Austin Aries. I'm not saying Austin Aries was click with the fan. I'm just saying in terms of like a bona fide baby, like a actual top baby face, but it takes away from people like, again, Cedric, who rightfully deserves it. I know he does rightfully deserve it after.
I feel like Cedric should have been face.
Swan had his chance. Jack Gallagher had his chance. I personally felt like Cedric Alexander should have got his chance before Jack Gallagher, but hey. Well, time will tell. I mean, time will definitely tell what happens next. But yeah, that was Enzo. We'll see more about him on 205 Live. Up next is the Paul Heyman Brock Lesnar promo. I mean, what can we really say? It's a Paul Heyman Brock Lesnar promo. Usually, no, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, I was watching something.
Oh no, yeah, Paul Heyman. The best part for me about this promo, which is why I love it so much, Paul Heyman cutting a promo showed a replay of Paul Heyman cutting a promo. That was the best thing ever for me. It was like, what kind of inception crap is this? He was like, let me show you what happened last week. And literally him cutting almost the exact same promo as last week They were saying the rating, defending. It was so good. It was so good. But yeah, basically, Paul Heyman was talking about how Braun Strowman, he's not dealing with a man, he's dealing with Brock Lesnar, he's dealing with a monster. If you hear background, that's my sister because she just came in. But Paul Heyman was talking about Braun Strowman, how he's a monster. Brock Lesnar, this is actually a threat to Brock Lesnar, kind of like how he was at SummerSlam. He was telling him that what you call it again, there's nothing to really work because Brock Lesnar, he is the beast. He is the conqueror. He is the one who beat. I mean, he was. I love. I don't know what they're trying to pull here. They're making it seem like what Paul Heyman do, the way he describes Brock Lesnar, they make it seem like the whole Goldberg thing didn't exist. No, I'm dead serious.
You're right.
The undefeatable monster, and it's like, did we not see Goldberg beat him in a minute and 22 seconds last year? Are they like forgetting how he won the title? Who did he won the title? I feel like they're crisping wine Goldberg to a point. I personally feel like it because it's like they're not referencing the fact who did he beat ever. I swear to no, really think back to it. Ever since Brock Lesnar became champion, besides the Raw after WrestleMania, has they ever referenced Goldberg? No. So did Goldberg do something to piss him off?
No, I don't think he did. Okay, I'm just what I think.
It's weird to me though.
But what I think is just the fact of like I mean I actually I can really answer because you're right. It's like it kind of does seem like that.
That Goldberg didn't exist. That whole 6-month thing didn't happen.
Yeah, it's like it's yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it either. But
it's so weird to me. No, it's just like
it's weird. I really right. I really can't actually explain why, but it's just
I don't. It's weird because like, you would think they would like to comment the fact that he did conquer Goldberg. They never say. He always say he conquered the Undertaker. Or
let's just say it was a fresh. It's a fresh reset.
Yeah, essentially.
Let's say it like that.
I guess. I mean, it's not like the whole Goldberg feud made Brock Lesnar look weak. It made him look that much better because he finally defeated the one man that he never actually beat. So
yeah.
And he got his vengeance and he got a title for it. So it's weird. It's just that's personally weird. I know. But yeah, essentially to sum up what happened was before Pony could finish, Brock Lesnar took the mic from him and all he said was Suplex City, bitch. And like I said on Twitter,
he said the thing.
Made him $1 million.
He said the thing. He said the thing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's like what like he says the main like the title of the show. He said the title of the show. So yeah. That's all. Yeah, that's all, bro. Like it still boggles my mind how this man is literally the most highest paid superstar in WWE. All he does, he sits there and says nothing. On the rare, with the exception of this past week, I'll say 98% of the time, he will sit there and just jump around while Paul Heyman is talking for him, and he wrestles like 5-minute matches if it's a singles match. That's all he does. He barely shows up. He even forgot. Remember the Raw?
I remember.
He forgot his fucking title.
Like I said, I don't think he forgot the title. I don't think he forgot the title. I think that because sometimes, and I've learned this. Sometimes, they're not allowed to travel with the title.
I wonder what Brock Lesnar travel with it either.
But like there's certain ones that are not allowed to. They don't travel with that title. Like once you get to the arena, they'll give you the title like right here.
Yeah,
then he come out with the title. As you said, he forgot it. Then later on, when he came out with the title. Yeah, because they'll have the title there for him. It pretty much what happened that night was like a bad camera angle.
Essentially.
With him. Yeah, essentially. Like they probably should have gave him. They probably should have gave him the title first and did tell him, okay, walk down here for the camera, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
But because most of the time they don't usually because certain I think certain airlines have a problem with certain things or whatever, so they sometimes they'll travel with it, sometimes they don't. And Brock Lesnar probably didn't travel with it, but I feel like that they just didn't give it to him. Is he legit just probably got there, or somebody just walked down the thing, but they just forgot to give him the belt to walk down with because
Yeah,
they had from there.
yeah. That is exactly what probably happened. So, I mean, but to be honest with you, I wouldn't even personally want Brock Lesnar to even hold the title because it's like what he actually. Brock Lesnar's probably the type of superstar where like he doesn't know he's in a match until he actually sees it on TV. He probably doesn't even know. He probably didn't know he was in a match at Great Balls of Fire until he saw when Samoa Joe was talking shit about it. He was like, wait, I'm in a match. He probably didn't even know.
I'm pretty sure he knows. I'm pretty sure his wallet knows.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, he was probably sure he was like, wait, did my direct deposit? All right.
Yeah.
He was like,
okay. Before I step into this ring, you did make sure that yes, it hit your account. All right, cool.
And then now we're good.
Let's go suplex some bitches.
No, that's just Brock Lesnar. But yeah, this is just building up to their main event: Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar at No Mercy. Which this is an anticipated match. I mean, Braun Strowman again. He has been on fire.
Yeah, he's on so much fire. Then the main event Monday is going to show how much fire he's in. See the main event to come out Monday.
Oh yeah, I read. Yeah, so I guess I can talk about here. So next week on Raw, they just announced because again, obviously Brock Lesnar can't show up on all Raws. He's gonna be facing Big Show in a steel cage match.
Why?
I can only imagine what they're going to do here.
Something else too. I gotta remind my friend and tell him ahead of time. I have a friend who I watch Raw with on Discord. They would sit down and just BS and watch Raw and everything.
Mm-hmm.
He completely hates the Big Show. Like completely hates the Big Show.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, and I would completely admit that I always look forward to Braun Strowman versus Big Show for some reason.
Well, I mean, it's not necessarily Braun Strowman.
Oh yeah,
he just does not like the Big Show.
Why?
Because he feels like he's boring. Even like there are some matches that Big Show has had. It's like, oh my god, this is boring. Especially when the whole I'm heel, I'm face, I'm heel, I'm face, and then it actually started when it started back when Stephanie McMahon was doing her little thing with him.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it started and everything.
Well, yeah.
So most of the
puppet. He was just authority's puppet. Then he tried to break free.
Yeah. But most of the time he does not like watching Big Show matches because he just feels like he's just boring, even if it is with someone like Braun Strowman. So I probably gotta warn him ahead of time. Listen, the main event has a Big Show in it, so you might not want to.
No, but this might be something.
He does not care.
Anything with Braun Strowman is like a meme maker. It's like a meme generator.
He does not care. He'll just.
I can look, and I'm not over exaggerating. Can you imagine like Braun?
I mean, I'll watch it because I like watching Braun Strowman wrestle anybody. But
exactly.
But with him, he just does. It's pretty much like an allergic reaction to the Big Show.
Okay.
He'll literally turn off
the TV
or the stream and probably go play either Overwatch or go play something else or whatever. Hell, there was one time when Raw was so corny, I turned it off and I started playing Tekken.
I mean, yeah, sometimes Raw can be because again, it's a 3. You can only do so much with a 3 fucking hour show. But
yeah, and it's just like it just got to me. I'm like, I'm done. I'm playing Tekken. I can't.
Remember when Raw was perfectly fine with 2 hours during the original brand split?
Yeah, I remember. It was so wonderful.
It proved back then. It proved the point. You could do a lot in 2 hours. You could tell a decent story in 2 hours. But it is what it is. But yeah.
Also, I just thought about something.
What?
When the football starts next week, right? Or is it next week or the week after?
I know preseason. Actually, my mom was just
preseason is done. All right. So I think the 7th, not this Sunday coming up. I think the 10th. is the first game of football. So you do know now. This is the part, and they usually do this. Um, this is the part where they have to start getting their shit together.
Oh yeah, obviously. At this
Especially for
point,
Monday
remember,
night.
perfect example. Last year, what was happening last year for both Raw and SmackDown? You had AJ Styles and Davey J. They was pulling out all the stops.
Yeah. This is
Got that
the
promo.
hold on, the NFL schedule. The first game is the first game is this Thursday. Okay, so yeah, you because they've
He
been
dodged the
doing
bullet. He dodged the bullet.
no. The first game is on Thursday, but you have your Sunday night games, and then you have your Monday night game. And Monday Night Raw does beat out. Even and sometimes it doesn't even depend on what team is playing. Well, actually, I lie. Sometimes it does depend on what team is playing because there are times where it could be like the Browns versus somebody, and they probably won't even really watch because who fucking cares about the Browns? But but as I'm looking at the schedule right now, it's the Saints at the Vikings. My dad's gonna be watching that because he is a Vikings fan. And then 10:20 because they do two games now. So it's the Saints versus the Vikings, and at 7:10, so they starting earlier than Raw comes on, and then at 10:20 it's the Chargers at the Broncos. So Monday Night Raw is usually one of the hardest things for Monday Night. Was one of the hardest things to do as far as ratings is concerned when you're going up against Monday Night Football.
I just hope they. Well,
So
this,
I feel so with that. Well, I'm going to say so. With that said, this match Braun Strowman versus Big Show in the steel cage. That's your reason why.
Well, yeah, they had to pull out again. I can see Braun Strowman literally chalking the cage at Big Show. Can you imagine that? Just chalk. They're gonna do some shit like that where Braun Strowman picks up a piece of the cage.
Some magic is going. Some uninhibited strong man magic is going to happen. That's going to make
the cage at Big Show. Like which I still have on my. It's literally my favorites on my Google Chrome. The grief of Braun Strowman chalking the chair at Roman Reigns.
I don't know which one is better, that or the one where he like shoulder tackles him and Roman just like tumbles all the way the hell down.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah,
but that's your reason why they're having this type of match because they need. I expect this Raw to be somewhat.
It's gonna be packed with.
It's going to be packed with something.
They already have the Intercontinental title match. They have the steel cage match. I guarantee you tomorrow they're gonna announce. Tomorrow Sunday they're probably gonna announce one more big thing that's gonna happen on Raw.
Yeah, they gotta keep it up because
they got to pull out.
This is week 1.
Of dealing with this. And how many weeks is football? I mean, again, I don't.
17.
So they're gonna.
So they got from now to December.
Yeah,
the last game is usually December. And I don't know if the last game on December is a Monday game because they're usually done when it comes to like who's going to the playoffs or whatever, blah blah blah, and they don't have to worry about playoffs because playoffs are usually already played Saturdays and Sundays. They don't usually play them on Thursdays or Mondays.
Oh yeah.
But the Nets. So if they don't do Monday night, if they don't do a Monday Night Football on week, hold on, let me check. Because if you don't do Monday Night Football on the week 17, then they're fine as far as like Monday Night Raw in December.
But at that point, it's gonna be too late. It's gonna clearly be.
Probably gonna be too late.
I'm talking about like terms of by December. It's gonna clearly evident by the ratings which one they care about more of Raw or football. It's clear.
All right, so Monday Night Football scheduling. The next game is Monday. Did he have it? All right, so you guys. All right, so you got the 18th is the next one. I'm just gonna scroll down. All right, the last one is Christmas Day.
Oh,
Oh, and we play the Eagles here. Philadelphia plays the Raiders.
huh.
So that's the last Monday night game. Is Christmas Day.
Which is we're on Christmas. What do you know? What are the odds of that?
Yeah.
Huh. All right. Cool. That should be interesting. I mean, usually holiday episodes of shows are nothing. So it's like,
Well, they usually just have Mick Foley come to Santa and then do his little thing.
yeah.
To this day, my favorite, and we're going to get back into the topic, but my favorite Wall Holiday one was when Alberto Del Rio was coming out.
Yeah, and he ran over.
He ran over Santa. He killed Christmas.
Which was hilarious, which I still find hilarious because at that point he was a face.
Yeah,
He was a
you're
face.
right. Yeah, I forgot. He was a face at the time. He was just transitioning into a face. And that's for he runs over Santa.
And then he
you're
had
a
the
heel
job
again.
John Cena. He had the job of John Cena.
And you're a heel again. Like,
for that one week.
Fuck.
It made no sense. Like, holy crap. But yeah, so we'll next week we'll see what happens. Again, Braun Strowman's gonna do something that he's gonna pick up the cage somehow. I'm already
something has to happen
with the cage, yeah. But regardless of that, what else happened was we're gonna quickly talk about the tag team match. Well, not tag team. I'm saying tag team match. I might lead into an actual tag team match. First, it was 2 singles matches back to back. Cesaro versus Seth Rollins and Dino versus Sheamus. First off, it was Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. Again, very good match. Cesaro always put out good matches, regardless of.
So, and then and another thing, those two has always faced each other before, so they know what they can do and stuff.
I mean, so Cesaro picked up against Seth Rollins, which is good because it returned to favor. The very next match, the Dino defeated Sheamus, so they both got one up on each of them, which leads me to believe at No Mercy it's going to be 2 out of 3 falls. I think that's what they're going for. 2 out of 3 falls for the Raw Tag Team titles. So we will see what happens.
I told my friend I was saying earlier about because he just came online, and I told him about I was like, just a heads up, Big Show is main eventing on Raw this Monday, and he sends me back the emoji, the smiley face, and a gun next to it.
He's probably wondering how the hell is Big Show main eventing Raw? What did he do? But yeah, so basically, anytime if you're out of loop, anytime Big Show main events Raw is more than likely because of Braun Strowman.
Somehow. Most likely.
More than likely, yes. So
but yeah, and then as I said, my friend does not like
Big Show whatsoever. I mean, it's understandable. You have issues that you don't like. For example, I don't like Roman Reigns, but we will get to that. We'll definitely get to that because we're there. So yeah. Any final thoughts with the whole feud for the Raw Tag Team titles, Cesaro and Sheamus?
It's good. I will say that this.
I do. It makes me believe. I don't think Dean Ambrose is. I mean, it was rumored that Dean Ambrose was going to turn heel. Since they had the titles, I don't see him turning heel anytime soon.
Nah, they're gonna hold it for at least a good while.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Maybe actually, if the Revival comes back, maybe that's what they drop it to.
That would make the perfect sense to me because they had to give Revival something. For God's sake, they keep getting injured. Just give them something to do because they already killed both of their momentums that whatever they had. They already got killed because they got freaking injured. Oh, both of them got injured on separate occasions. So it's like they had to give them something. Just give them damn Raw Tag Team titles. Shit. But yeah, there's that. Then we move on to a segment that wasn't really, it was pointless, but I'm starting to think that it's not. Emma versus Mickie James.
It was pointless.
No, this might because there's something specific that they keep throwing around. The Women's Revolution. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, the Women's Revolution technically started back in NXT. Not just with the 4 horsewomen, But even before that, when the women's division actually started getting noticed in general, especially starting with NXT, it was Emma and Paige. They were tearing down NXT when Paige came first, NXT Women's Champion. Now, Emma was bringing up the fact that if I beat Mickie James tonight, I could say that she started Women's Revolution. And
on Twitter.
On Twitter. I don't know, it's over fucking Twitter.
It was a hashtag on a pole match.
It's a
okay. It was a hashtag on a pole match. Let's call it from spade. Let's call it spade from spade here. The match was about if I win, I get to put this on my Twitter. But if you win, you get to put this on your Twitter. It's a hashtag match.
What the fuck?
Like, no. Was this something that fucking Vince Russo thought of when he smoked? Because you know he's a pot smoker.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah,
Vince Russo is a pot smoker. He's done it openly in his podcast, openly in his video. And if you look at one of his videos, he openly smokes weed. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's like for like glaucoma or some shit like that. But he's a pot smoker. Okay, so this sounds like a Vince Russo match on drugs. Hey, let's see if who can gets the right to put this hashtag on their Twitter. What?
It doesn't.
Like, both of these girls deserve better.
That's not
even than this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
this sound like this. I mean, I'm sorry. Let me just cuff this last thing right here for a second, because I'm about to sit this down. And I really need to go off on this because I was legit angry about this for a little bit. Okay, done. This match seems like something that should have happened back in the Diva days, and not just like the butterfly belt Diva days. I'm talking about ball and panties matches. If Twitter was around back then and they were still doing ball and panty matches, then this would have been the perfect match. Because this was nothing but a hashtag.
That's not. I mean, if you would take away the hashtag part, it was essentially what could have fighting over nothing. This was literally nothing.
Yes, it was just a regular fucking match. But hey, if you win, you get to put your hashtag on Twitter, and then Mickie James had to follow her too.
Yeah.
Let's follow her. So if I win, you have to follow me, and you have to put this hashtag that I come up with. But if you win, then you have to do. You have to put the why.
I mean, again, the only reason why we're even probably prolonging this anyway is solely because on the Raw preview on their website, Emma's part of the preview. She said they're saying what is next for Emma. So clearly she's the main focus point for next week's Raw too. So this led me to believe this is something bigger than what we actually would even imagine. I'm starting to think this is leading to Paige's return. Because despite what we were saying for months and months and months, Paige is still under contract with WWE.
And actually, you know something else too? They actually still talk. Like Paige still talks to Natty, Paige still talks to
so it's like
Naomi and stuff like that. Like she's still around, and Paige also she hasn't changed her Twitter handle.
Exactly, it still says Paige.
So I mean, because then again, I feel like that most people has been lazy enough to not put their Twitter handle on there but I mean, for fuck's sake, I changed my Twitter handle recently for a certain reason. But most other people, you can change your Twitter handle and everything. Like Hornswoggle hasn't done it yet for some stupid reason. He's not with the WWE anymore. He can easily Google and say, "Hey, this is my new Twitter handle," since I'm not Hornswoggle anymore.
You change your Twitter handle. I've been trying to change.
I'll tell you all that in a second, or I'll show you all that there.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm not Crater 2001 anymore. I'm just Crater. I would like to be just Crater.
Okay, yes, I'll show you how to do that and everything.
All right.
But with that said, it's the fact of it's a hashtag on a pole match.
I
Okay,
know.
yeah, okay, yeah. There was no pole in the match, but when you take the essential, the stipulations of the match,
It's fucking ridiculous.
yeah, it's like
No,
Mickey James,
yeah, it is. It's
both
fucking
Mickey James and both Emma deserve better than that. Now, my thing with Emma, if this is how you're going to act, like with the whole "I started Divas Revolution," if you're going to go crazy, then go ahead and work it. Okay, go ahead. I guess go ahead and make it your thing. Because the storyline is stupid, but at least make it interesting.
I mean, I even said, and the thing is, it's like the real issue I had with this whole thing is like if this is what they're going for, where the fuck is like the other women that they have on the roster? Where the hell is
Probably.
Summer Rae? Where the hell is? Because again, Summer Rae is part of the Raw roster. She got drafted on here. I know why Dana Brooke isn't on here because she recently lost her boyfriend, so I can understand why she wouldn't even be on this Raw. But it's like, why not use these people? This was a pointless last. Use pointless people. I'm just saying. Don't use.
I don't necessarily know where Summer Rae is. She's pretty much missing. Maybe she might be on SmackDown for the commentary.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I'm just saying, like she's on the Raw roster. She got drafted. I saw the draft.
yeah,
I saw it.
You're right. But I don't know.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, we will see. Again, Paige is on the Raw roster as well, as far as I'm concerned. So this might lead to a return, which makes more sense why the main event I have a lot to say about that main event too. But yeah, we will it makes a lot of more sense. We'll see where it goes from there. But in the meantime, yeah, that happened. Now we're about to get to that promo though. But before we do, let me get a cup of water. I'm thinking I'm gonna need a cup of water for this one. So I will be right back. Get very
Alright,
probably gonna go in depth on that one. I'll be right back.
okay. And I'm ahead away too.
All right, guys, I am back. Got my drink. Let's be waiting for Ron for this promo. I mean, I don't know how long I'm gonna be on this one, but this was something. This promo. You got my Kit Kat bar, so we are ready. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Before you even start talk about the promo, I had zero expectation when they first announced the contract signing. Had zero expectations for this promo. I expected nothing was gonna happen. Like literally, like legit nothing. I expected it was gonna be whatever. John Cena, Roman Reigns, simple, whatever. No, I don't think nobody can say they expected how this promo was gonna play out because it was something else. Hold on, guys, 1 second. Sorry, guys. I was just looking at that funny video. There was nothing funny on Facebook. Oh my god. Oh my god. But yeah, that promo for John Cena Roman Reigns, it's gonna we're gonna go probably in depth about this. Like this was something.
I'm here.
No, man, you're fine. I was actually watching a funny YouTube video. I mean, it was a funny video on Facebook I just shared. It was
Just give me a second before I turn my camera.
No, you're fine. I mean, I'm prepared. I got my drinking. I got my Kit Kat bar. So.
Oh, I want a Kit Kat bar. I'm actually pretty hungry, so let's try to finish this up because I gotta eat.
Trust me. I know. As soon as we're done with this, we're just gonna speed through everything else. And nothing really noteworthy happened on Smackdown.
Yeah.
Anyway, so besides the crowd thing, which we'll briefly touch on, that nothing else really was noteworthy on SmackDown.
Huh. I just realized that he's not here.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Oh, I just didn't see it. I didn't see it. Yeah, I'm like,
No, I was here. I was just eating my Kit Kat bar. I didn't think.
okay. No, I was reading something. I was reading something too. At the same time.
No, I was here. I just didn't think people would actually want to hear my mouth moving while I'm eating my Kit Kat bar.
Oh, okay. Also, I kind of have some breaking news.
What?
Who
died?
No one died, but Mark Henry has officially retired from wrestling.
Really?
Yes.
Where? Wait, who reported on it?
He actually, from what I'm reading, he actually said this on Sam Roberts' wrestling podcast.
He was on Raw though.
Who, Mark Henry?
He hasn't been on Raw for a while, but
yeah, but so it says like the hottest news and the hottest WWE news of this week, because number one, they were talking about
JBL.
not JBL, but that wasn't number one. All right, so before we get into this thing, I'm just going to speed through. Number one, they talked about Sting returning to professional wrestling, even though he's not wrestling, he's appearing at Bytown Championship Wrestling.
Okay.
And he says that he reported this week that WWE and TNA Hall of Famer Sting, who announced his retirement from the ring, will make a return to professional wrestling in a different role in Bytown Championship Wrestling this September. This will also have this lineup will also have Rob Van Dam, Trevor Lee, James Storm, Tyson Dutz, Stephen Bomar, and John Morrison. But he's done a different role, so most likely. Oh, it said most likely the Young Bucks might appear on this card as well, but he might just be like a GM for the night. Then he said that Xavier Woods, because he was injured, we're probably gonna talk about that on SmackDown, but he was injured at a WWE house show this past week, like last weekend, and everything. And they said that he it's just a sprain to the MCL, not a legit.
He's gonna be out for like a month top.
Yeah, but he's actually seemed like he's doing fine because he's at Dragon Con this weekend. Where did you see that video?
Oh, of him dressing up as Bailey, or him?
It's Bailey and his friend dressing up as Sasha Banks, and now he just did another cosplay for tonight.
Money Morphin, I did see that.
No, tonight's cosplay he cosplay as I think it's Mojo.
How many fucking conventions is he going to?
Say again?
I said, how many conventions is he going to?
No, this is Dragon Con. This is all weekend. This is Dragon Con is in his home city of Atlanta. Because remember, he is from Atlanta. So while he's like, he usually gets the time off anyway, and being to the fact that he's injured is even making it more better because now he's pretty much after Dragon Con, he can pretty much just rest for a little bit before he has to head out, and he's not going to be wrestling because he's so considered injured. But he's cosplaying tonight. He cosplayed Thursday. He went there Friday night for a party. Saturday he did barely. Then tonight, right now, he's Mojo Jojo. And he actually looks good. I'm watching the video of it now.
Yeah.
So then, let's see. The next news after that was Mark Henry retired from wrestling. Mark Henry's big retirement announcement happened rather unceremoniously and in this unspectacular fashion. He was a guest on Sam Roberts' podcast where he revealed that he is done with in-ring competition, but not with the WWE. He continues with the company in a backstage role. He certainly we are certain he's heading for the WWE Hall of Fame very, very soon indeed. It's a pretty sad way to go out without any fanfare. Let's see.
So it's one of those retirements that they won't officially like publicly.
Unless WWE does something or say make him do something, but then again, maybe he didn't want to do it. maybe he didn't need the because we also got to remember the last time he almost did
but that was the best. That was literally one of his best moments, though.
yeah, but like now people might like, are you
I know
sure?
they won't believe it. They won't fucking believe it. Like, but that would live down in infamy, though.
Yeah.
Part they hits you how he fooled everybody. He like I was literally about to cry too when he
that was the best fucking acting in the world.
Came out and it's like he fucking and then that's a meeting that he marked like again when people Dan Bryan was tiring, they thought he was Mark Henry and that was literally the thing. They was like he's just Mark Henry and us. And then I had to be on him. He had Dan Bryan. They put his face over Mark Henry.
Yeah. then you got the JBL news. Then they announced the huge cage match for Raw. Dolph Ziggler. Here's another thing. Dolph Ziggler's brother.
Yeah, I did hear about that. I did hear about that. How
apparently he's guilty of a death
20 years.
15.
I thought it was like 40.
Nah, Donovan Namath, the brother of WWE superstar Dolph Ziggler, was sentenced to 15 years in prison for involuntary manslaughter. Namath and a fellow accomplice, Jack Kane, were found guilty of the death of a military veteran, Joshua Mashcole. Mashcole's death was caused due to a botched robbery, which resulted in a sudden gunfire. He says, had we known that he had a drug addiction, we would have surrounded him with the love he needs. The Donnie we know is a good and kind person without the drugs. Drugs just needs to leave this whole country.
I mean,
then let's see. The next thing is apparently there's the rumor that Kurt Angle wants to return to the ring and soon. This time he actually went as far as to say that he may be back wrestling for the WWE once again as soon as later this year or early next year. He added a disclaimer saying that ultimately it's up to Vince McMahon. And it was in an interview. Angle added that he also added that he wanted to face prospective opponents such as Triple H, John Cena, Brock Lesnar, Rusev, Braun Strowman, and AJ Styles. Rest assured that when it does transpire, we will, this fight will be on the ball. So that's pretty much what's going on.
I still personally think like this storyline of Jason Jordan, it does involve Triple H to a point. I feel like the Triple H is just screwing with Kurt Angle. He paid off Jason Jordan to just fuck with him. I don't know. Maybe they could come out spinning. I know it's probably not the original intention, but if they actually allow Kurt Angle to do it, they could somehow spin it into that. I know it sounds stupid, but maybe. Somehow we will. I personally at the end of the day, because it's eventually gonna be acknowledged he's not really your son. I feel like they will do that, but I don't know. They will have to eventually shit. But I just lost my train of thought. Figure it out eventually. But I guess did you want to start on that promo?
Yes.
All right. So, as I was saying before, going into this contract signing, I had zero expectations for this.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, okay, it's just gonna be whatever. They're just gonna say a few things why we're the best, like I'm the best, whatever, blah blah blah. They're gonna sign a contract, whatever. Boy, was I wrong. They pulled out all the stops. I mean, let me pull up my sheet of things that was said during this promo. Basically, well, to sum up, John Cena.
Down, huh?
No, I have like a note thing. First off, John Cena came out. He was saying how he came in at Raw to fight Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns came out, and this is where the shit really went down. So let me just a second. He was basic. Just to sum up the big points of these promos. Because basically, this whole thing, even we said it earlier, it was scripted, but they were saying some like stuff that is completely true to a point. John Cena was saying how you're just a knockoff discount him basically. That's a corporate like bootleg of him. How he could not cut a promo. Oh, that's the I'll get to that in a second. Yeah. So when they look at you, they see what I see: a cheap ass corporate created John Cena bootleg. And then when Roman Reigns forgot what to say after his life, the issue with John Cena, this one thing I will say about that. When Roman Reigns was talking, remember he was saying how you see they don't like you because first of all you suck, and second of all, you see the second Roman Reigns said second of all he cut him off. John Cena always cuts people off.
Yeah, he does.
That little side comment, he always cuts them off.
Yeah, he does have that habit.
And I legit think when he cut him off, Roman Reigns completely forgot what he was going to say.
But at the same time, I feel like he did that because, as you can tell, I feel like this was like one of the ultimate tests to Roman Reigns as a wrestler to learn how to cut a promo. In my time, I was doing my training and stuff. One of the things that they had to one of the things you had to do is learn how to cut a promo. And there are ways where they teach you how to do these things. Like, for instance, when I was doing it, my teacher had a boombox with the speakers up. And he would either play boos or play cheers, and would play them as loud as possible. And you had to learn how to speak over them or keep going. Even if they had any type of nuclear heat or you whatever, you just have to sit there and just like keep going and everything. And that's probably one of the things that Cena was doing to Reigns was people are going to interrupt you, fans are going to boo you, and stuff like that. And this is the ultimate test here.
And he failed miserably on that one. John Cena caught him by saying, "It's a promo, kid." What did he say? Hold on. It's called a promo. Learn how to cut. And then I think that did kind of tick off. It's called a promo, kid. If you want to be the big dog, you're gonna have to learn how to do it. So go ahead.
Yeah, that's exactly sounds like. That exactly sounds. I'm sorry, I just saw something. Wow. Okay, I can't look at Tumblr at the same time talking. So that just fucked me up. It sounded like pretty much any wrestling teacher who's supposed to teach you how to cut a promo that pretty much just tells you you're doing it wrong, man, or come on, man, like you're supposed to be this bad wrestler, man, and you're supposed to be this bad wrestler. You ain't doing nothing, man. You ain't showing yourself how you supposed to be a bad wrestler. And it's one of those things that they're, like I said, it just feels like old school. Not even old school, because I'm pretty sure they do this now. But it just seems like that wrestling school mentality where it's like, hey, man, you gotta learn how to cut a promo one way or the other.
Yeah, and he had to learn the hard way. I don't know what their intention was. I noticed the script, but it was to like deliberately bury Roman Reigns because the only noteworthy thing Roman Reigns said, and yes, John Cena says it's the same thing everybody else says, but again, regardless if everybody says it, if it's true, it's true. John Cena tried to come up with excuses, but okay, if I'm burying people, I'm not burying people. It's David Universe who decides. Really? Is that so?
Well, at the same time,
what happened Wade Barrett?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. There's two sides of the story because number one, you do have the Wade Barrett and the Nessus thing. Okay, but even then, John Cena did say that he kind of didn't really agree with it. But he just did it anyway. And
look what happened.
But that wasn't necessarily like John Cena's fault. I can pretty much say that. Like it's not
It's
like
not his fault, but he had a strong opinion on the outcome of the match.
yes, he did.
Which,
But at the same time, okay, let's look at it a couple years later with AJ Styles. Everybody thought, oh my God, AJ Styles is here. Oh my God, he's gonna face John Cena. Oh my God, John Cena's gonna bury AJ Styles. Not even. I mean, yes, AJ Styles. I mean, John Cena did beat AJ
eventually,
but he didn't bury him.
because that was after 2 straight wins over him.
Yes.
For Money in the Bank SummerSlam, that he defended the title again at No Mercy in that triple threat match. So yeah, he wasn't buried because AJ Styles already proven the fact that he can beat him any time of the week.
And the same thing also goes with Kevin Owens. Everybody thought that. I mean, yeah, Kevin Owens they put on good matches, but it wasn't like an
He beat John Cena cleanly.
Yeah,
in his very first match, main roster match. He literally beat John Cena cleanly.
And also, he didn't necessarily beat. I mean, when John Cena did beat Kevin Owens, it wasn't a squash. It was a completely.
He didn't beat Kevin Owens. I use the term he survived Kevin Owens.
Yeah, you can say it like that too.
He didn't beat him. He survived. Like how some super like wins a hard-fought match.
Now, if you want to talk about buried, you can always turn around and go to someone like recently Baron Corbin.
Yeah, that was a fucking burial.
But at the same time, there was something Baron Corbin's own punishments, and he probably just told him.
Take away his fucking briefcase. So now, because here's my thing, which again, clearly WWE wasn't prepared for that. It was obvious from the beginning that Baron Corbin was supposed to cash in at SummerSlam. It was obvious because that's why he was gonna face John Cena. I expected him to lose. I didn't expect him to lose his fucking briefcase because he would have lost, which in turn he would have cashed because he would have lost that match, and then he would have cashed in it later that night just to get the title. I would have saw that happening. Just take away from Shinsuke Nakamura, so Shinsuke Nakamura would not have his moment. Just a straight way take away from now. That didn't even happen. So now Jinder Mahal, I think because of that sole reason why Jinder Mahal still has that title. That's why
but here's how I look at it like this. Once again, this is probably one of those things where this wasn't up to Cena. It's not like Cena has said we need to punish Baron Corbin. I'm pretty sure someone told. Because, all right, so I'll give you a prime example. And I'm going back to my small and very small wrestling career.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a charity event that I did. It was like some charity thing. I don't really want to get into the whole gist of it, but I would say this. The first match that me and my friends did for this charity thing, we did fine. The problem was this is the charity thing for kids. And they make their money from recordings. They record the show, and then they sell the show, and all the proceeds go to whatever charity or whatever thing it was going. It was like a church thing, whatever. All the proceeds go to their thing, right? Now, I had a match with this. It was a 3-way match of my team versus the other people's team. The one person on my team kind of wanted the spotlight for himself. And we were all like not going to give him the spotlight anyway. So he kind of just said, "Ronnie, go ahead and finish the match," like we all planned, because he wanted to take control of everything. He was not a very good wrestler, so and neither am I. But I was way better than him. But we pretty much did everything that we all planned and everything 1, 2, 3. Me and my teammate, we walking away. We going up the stage or whatever. This guy who was my teammate decided to take on himself and attack the other guy, even though the match was over. Attack the other guy.
Well, this wasn't part of the show at all.
It wasn't part of the show at all. Okay? Attack the other guy. Then puts his middle finger up.
Okay.
Okay? Now remember what I told you. They sell these DVDs. This is how long, because this is old. Mm-hmm. When you sell these DVDs, to make the money.
Mm.
They could not sell the DVDs because of him.
Because of their footage.
Because of that footage. They didn't have the not saying they didn't have the technology, they didn't have the equipment because it costs money. They didn't have the equipment to do editing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they couldn't edit that part out or whatever. Yeah. Okay, so they couldn't sell that show for DVD, which means they lost a lot of money.
So yeah, they basically did the whole event for free, essentially.
Well, we was doing it for free anyway.
I'm talking about like in terms of like getting a profit off of it.
Yeah, for like I said, like for like all the proceeds go to shit. Like we was doing it for free. We already knew we wasn't getting paid. It was just a thing. But the point is, the way this thing made their money was the charity and everything by the sales. They couldn't sell the DVD, so they lost out on a month of profits because of this. Now, on to the next month, they were pissed at him, legit pissed. They told me and that I was going to face him pretty much in a squash match. Okay? They pretty much told me, and they told him later, because, you know, he comes in with his gear and everything, and they told him, no, you're not wrestling in your regular gear. You're not going to wear this. You're not coming out to this. You're not coming out to your music, blah, 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 blah. Your role is to go out there, go in the ring. He's going to come out there. He's going to do a couple moves to you. You're going to lay down. He's going to pin you. And you're going to the back.
Damn.
All right? All because of the punishment. He was not happy about that.
Oh, I can imagine.
Okay? To a point, he literally punched me in my lip, and then I literally headbutted him in the head. And well, I headbutted him in his nose, and I sort of busted his nose. But the point of the matter is that you do something, and this is called receipts. Okay? You do something, and you will get retaliated for it. Something happened with Barry Corbin, okay? Maybe this whole Dave Meltzer thing, whatever, that they were just like, nah, we're taking everything you had earned up to this point, we're taking it away. Including
the money in the bank.
Money in the bank, including everything else. Okay? And yes, it sucks, but it's one of those. It sucks
for WWE because, again, clearly they invested a lot in this guy.
Oh, yeah, it sucks for WWE, and it also sucks for him because it's like, you know, like, what now?
Yeah, now what direction can they take? Because again, WWE is a show too. They clearly have storylines planned in advance. So now it's like, well, fuck, we can't do this anymore. So
yeah, it's like they just like we don't believe in you no more, and we also didn't like the fact of you doing this and everything like that. So we're just, it's pretty much punishment. Like think of it like this. What would have happened if Barry Corbin got caught with Warner's policy? Hey, do you the same as that thing probably would have happened? He would have lost the Money in the Bank briefcase. He pretty much probably would have jobbed to John Cena, and then you probably won't see him on TV anymore.
Bro, no, he's too prominent on Smack. He's just like
so you know,
like Jeff Hardy. Like Jeff Hardy back in the day, he was too prominent just to simply make him job after, even if he got busted twice.
But Jeff Hardy has a little more.
I know
seniority, you might say.
But still, it was just like if you're a prominent role on the show, that's like, for example, they had when CM Punk left, they had to acknowledge it. It wasn't just a superstar where they could just completely ignore. He was too prominent in WWE at that point. They couldn't simply they threw shade and they acknowledged it what's the word I'm looking for? They the words off the top of my head. They acknowledged it without actually saying it. They alluded to him at some point when he left. Like, for example, they played his music, but Paul Heyman came out. So they acknowledged that, yes, this happened, but he's gone now. It was like Baron Corbin, despite what you may think, he's been part of the main part of SmackDown ever since the brand split. So it's like they can't just simply take him off of TV edge out. That was it for him. Like they wouldn't do that because again, who on SmackDown besides Jinder Mahal and Kevin Owens, who is the other top heel?
I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right about that. But at the same time, brother's policy is brother's policy.
Oh yeah, I know. Oh, that clearly that didn't mean shit to Roman Reigns because
yeah, but
he still not only did he fuck up a whole month storyline, he still main evented the fucking show, which means he got the main event checked. It should just been Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, but that's my point though. And John Cena even alluded to that fact. Roman Reigns had the gall. No, Roman Reigns had the gall to fucking say you buried people and whatnot, by burying younger talent, whatever. Dude, you should be the last person talking about that. Not only do you bury people, but they will protect your ass no matter what. If it was any other superstar who had failed Royal Ponzi and it was in Roman Reigns' situation, not only would he have been dropped from the match, he would have been on main event for about a year. Any other superstar.
I mean, it's just it could be said, they invested money into someone like Roman Reigns, and sure, but even then, John Cena even said this: "I took them on United States."
Oh yeah, I love that, and I love that line.
And made it worth something. And they open challenges. You took the United States title and as a demotion, and that's pretty much.
And I clapped when he said that. I clapped when I was in.
Not promotion, a demotion. I'm sorry, I said.
Yeah, the demotion. I was clapping. 100%.
But he's exactly right. Like it's one of those things. Like even if they let you get away, I mean, because he served 30 days. He did serve the 30 days. Yeah. But even then.
And he did lose cleanly.
Yes, he lose cleanly. But even then, there was like, we got to do something with you because I invested money with you.
And this man, we can't just say, hey, fuck you.
Okay, I'm going to give you this United States belt because no one's not doing anything with it right now. But this is the title you're going to hold for a while. You pretty much got to earn my respect and earn my
thing back, yeah,
my and everything back. So here it is now. Like he said, you took this United States title, and it didn't mean nothing to you. You just walked out there, you wrestled your matches.
I know, you saw how he held the fucking belt.
Yeah, like you took it as a demotion.
My always favorite memory when he had the title, when he came out, Mick Foley literally corrected him with the belt. He literally pulled it over. He was like, here, right here, just hold it like this. Because it's like, what are you doing? That's not how you hold a fucking title. I mean, sure, you have people like Pete Dunne holding the title in his mouth or whatnot, but
that's his gimmick.
But that's his heel, and he's a heel, so it's whatever. You're supposed to be a face. And you're holding the title as if you don't give a fuck about it.
You're also not Stone Cold.
Exactly. You're not a bad, it's not like whatever. Like, you're holding like you don't give a fuck about the damn thing. Which you didn't. You clearly didn't. And thank you. I knew that since day one. I'm glad John Cena reconfirmed that fact for me. That he did not care about the United States title. And it's 100% true. How can John Cena, at that stage at that point, 2015, he was John Cena. He was able to take a mid-card title and made it just as important as the WWE World Heavyweight title. So much so that Seth Rollins was willing to fight for that United States title. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That's my point. Even when Seth Rollins was WWE champion, he was still feuding with John Cena for the United States title. That's how important that United States title. That's what you should. If you're a secondary champion, that's how it should be at that point. To the point where even the world champion wants the fucking secondary title.
Hell, even look at The Miz. The Miz is doing
the Intercontinental champion. Yeah, he's the Intercontinental champion.
Because the United States title is pretty much the now for SmackDown, the SmackDown version of the Intercontinental belt. It's a mid-card belt. But the fact that he's still wearing it with pride, you're still going out there as a champion, and you're still going out there defending it with all the pride that you want. Now, with that said, Roman Reigns just came out there as if, fuck it.
Fuck it. He doesn't care. He didn't even defend. That's the kid. Dude, let me remind you. Roman Reigns' United States title run. He beat Rusev for the title at Hell in a Cell. I mean, he beat Rusev when he beat Rusev. He beat Rusev at Clash of Champions. He defended it again at Hell in a Cell. And the next time he defended the United States title was when he was finally feuding with Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
It took him 2 months to fucking defend that title because it didn't mean shit to him. He didn't care about the damn title. So much so that they literally, the top 2 people of the main eventers on Raw, literally had to take the title away from him. Chris Jericho literally had to take that title away from him just because he wasn't doing anything with it.
I mean, hell, even Chris Jericho.
He did something with that fucking title.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He made it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, yeah, he did something with it or whatever. So
the belt became more prominent on Chris Jericho solely because, again, Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens was the fucking show for Raw. So the fact that Chris Jericho had the secondary title and Kevin Owens had the Universal title, it just made things so much better. That's why I'll always say the United States title match I felt like was more important than the Universal title match, solely because that feud made that United States title even more, should have been for the Universal title. I will always defend that. It should have been for the fucking Universal title, but that United States title felt like it was more important. And ever since then, look where it is now. AJ Styles has it.
Yeah, coming off of a good feud from that.
And again,
so like I said, like I'm not taking anything away from what Roman Reigns has done, but yeah, Roman Reigns is just, I mean, pretty much the truth has been said and everything. Nerves has been struck. The whole point that we got into all this for 20 minutes was because of the fact of John Cena burying people. And it's not the fact that he buried him, but it's more of the truth. The truth is, yes, everyone has been saying that I buried people and everything. And just because I buried the Nessus or whatever, which wasn't his idea in the first place, for some reason they were just like
part of it. You had a
he had a small hand, but even then he's starting to agree. Like, you know what, I kind of regret doing that because it's and everything like that. But same time, okay, you can't really nowadays. You cannot say John Cena buries people.
Oh, of course.
And then at the same time too, even he is getting with the joke of Super Cena.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, even he's aware. He's aware of it now.
He hasn't made it at WrestleMania in 5 years, which is 100% true. The last time he made it at WrestleMania 29, with The Rock. Ever since then, he has never made an event at WrestleMania.
Yeah, in 5 years. And he even said, "I was the first match on
SummerSlam." I know. It's like, come on.
I mean, if my name is supposed to be the name that means something, like everybody else say something, don't you think I should have main event? I mean, even back then, he even said back to the Miz, like just to show him how important the Miz was to him as far as this match was concerned between the him and Nikki versus Miz and Maurice. You're like, if I really had to kind of pull out like you keep saying I would, I'd be facing the Undertaker.
Exactly.
Okay, and that always stuck to me because it's like he's right. And like a lot of people have said that
it was gonna be Undertaker.
It should have been Cena because number one, when Cena first started in WWE, when he faced Kurt Angle, one of the main people that he shook his hand was the Undertaker, and he felt like that it's the beginning of a career and then the ending of a career, but instead they gave him to Roman Reigns and everything. And Cena was legit a little angry about that in hindsight because he wanted to face Taker, and instead he got stuck with this match.
It's just I mean, and
then that's another thing I do want to get off the subject a little bit, but the other thing I don't like with Roman Reigns right now, as of more of the many other things I don't care for Roman Reigns for. But one of the things I'm starting to really not care for Roman Reigns is the fact of why do you have to keep reminding people that you
Like
beat
you
the
and
Undertaker?
I know it.
Okay, like that, especially if you're going to argue with Cena. Like I've done the one thing that you didn't do. I retired the Undertaker. Okay, that's nice. Also, but John Cena has had more of a career
Than you did.
than you did. I mean, yes, your biggest achievement. That's like
That's
saying,
literally, if you really look back at it, his 3 world title wins means absolutely nothing because nobody gave a fuck.
yeah, but that's like saying, hey, I won this local tournament at
He's like
Blockbuster.
BSP. He's like BSP. And his
Yeah,
email, and his every time he sends an email, his signature is he beat Undertaker.
yeah, but no, but it's like in fighting game terms, it's like, hey, I won this local this 1 week because all the best players was at another tournament and he couldn't come to this tournament. So I guess this makes me the best person here this
No.
week, and I won this local because of that. Meanwhile, yeah, okay, that's good. I won Evo.
I know it's like who gives a fuck?
Like
Like
it's like that's nice. I won Evo.
there's like who
All
gives a
right,
fuck?
like
Nobody gives a fuck.
like yeah, you can suck my dick. I've done more than you and everything. And then the last thing he said, the last thing Cena said that pretty much was the straw that brought the cameras back. You might say was yes, I'm a like pretty much like yeah, I'm a part timer, but you know why I'm here right now
You should be
because you
ashamed of yourself.
yeah you can't do your job full
That
time.
was that's when I lost it. I literally jumped out of my chair when he said that. He was like, I'm only here because the only reason why I'm still here is because you can't do your job. I jumped out of my chair.
It's like when you think
It's
about it,
like,
it's like
oh,
you
shit.
know the reason why the reason why I went from SmackDown to Raw. You know the reason why I'm not taking a break like Randy Orton because Randy Orton is officially on break right now.
I know.
He's spending time with his kid. You know, Cena probably wanted to take some time off.
Of course, with Nikki Bella. We wouldn't.
Yeah,
But
you know everything. Like he probably wanted to spend some time off for a little bit, and then if he take a rest. But no, I have to come here and do this because you can't do your job. So I gotta come here and pretty much do everything.
and it was like
And the sad part is, I still probably have to lose to you.
I know, and it's like, yeah, and he was speaking the truth. You can't do your fucking job. You were supposed when the brand split first happened, John Cena was the main person on SmackDown. Roman Reigns was supposed to be the main person on Raw, but look how that turned out. It ain't go nowhere. So much so that they had to bring back Goldberg just for the ratings for Raw. But that.
No, you're right, but you're right, but like,
point.
Yeah,
They're more relying on the legends. In SmackDown, they were relying on their current day superstar because their current day superstar on Raw, Roman Reigns, couldn't fucking do it. And it's like, again, that's why I'm only here because you can't do your fucking job. And again, the other best line, which was the ending, where he said, yes, I'm here part-time, but you should be ashamed of yourself. Because I can do this part-time better. You can ever do this full-time. And he just dropped the mic, and that was it for Roman Reigns. One of the best memes I saw, which my brother showed me. Did you see the trailer? Did you see the trailer for the Justice League movie?
No, I didn't. But I'm looking at. Hold on, I need to know if this is going to be a.
What?
Oh yes. Or no, maybe not. I'm sorry. I'm having a little bit of a quote climax unquote because there's a new Kamen Rider fighting game coming out, but it doesn't look like the same Kamen Rider fighting game as before.
You saw like Battle Ride War or something.
No, we'll talk about it. Just finish this thing.
Okay, yeah. That was the best part. No, I was saying like the meme where Justice League he's burying the shovel.
Yeah.
And they're showing a shovel of Roman Reigns getting buried. That is kind of funny. But yeah. This is all leading up to the match at No Mercy, John Cena versus Roman Reigns. Who do you think out of this promo? Who do you think is gonna Who do you think is gonna win?
I sadly.
I think.
Well, you know what? Actually, I'm not thinking about it. Being to the fact that this is now No Mercy, maybe Cena.
No, it's gonna be Roman. I'll tell you why. Did you read the report that came out this week?
No, what?
This is John Cena's Roman Reigns. This is both John Cena's and Brock Lesnar's last pay-per-view for the rest of the year.
Oh, for the rest of the year.
Yeah, because Brock Lesnar isn't contracted to come back until Royal Rumble season, and John Cena's off to film Bumblebee.
Oh yeah, right.
So this makes me believe Roman Reigns has to fucking win. There's no way.
But at the same time, wouldn't it be funny if Cena wins?
To be honest, again,
if Cena wins and then he can't have that rematch,
I don't
like, I just beat you, and now I'm gonna go ahead and
so he'll never get his opportunity to face him again.
Yeah, until next year. Actually, you know what? All right, because we wanted to speed through Smackdown and everything else, but I have a thought.
Go ahead.
And I'm echoing again, but it's not going to throw me off too much. What if Cena beats Roman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he tells Roman, you can have your rematch, but you can have it at WrestleMania. By the time I come back, you need to be better.
Oh. And that should turn Roman Reigns heel, you would think.
Either heel or the next couple of months is going to be Roman centric. I mean, it might not even be for the belt. It just could be like
it won't be.
It could be like all right. So the same thing with the Rock Cena thing, where they pretty much spent a whole year trying to hype up a match,
which they magically did. I have to give it to them.
Yeah. So here is now No Mercy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cena wins, and he tells Roman, if you want your rematch, you need to be ready for WrestleMania.
I mean, they can do it. Lightning can strike twice. It'll be less time, so it's not.
It's nothing. It's less time, right? That's number one. But number two, it's like I said, it could be that build up again, and then you already have your main event for WrestleMania.
Now, the only reason why I don't think that's going to happen because, again, Dave Meltzer, somehow he always gets some of this right. He did say when the things come back, they're still moving forward with Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, regardless of how No Mercy goes with Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar will be the Universal Champion, but at WrestleMania, regardless if he uses the title now or not. That's what you're saying. As for John Cena, on the other hand, because of the whole Baron Corbin situation, thankfully because of his free agent status, he will go back to SmackDown and he'll be the one to defeat Jinder Mahal. That's what I read. Which means Shinsuke Nakamura, despite when people think he ain't gonna win the fucking title. He ain't gonna beat the Maharaja. But yeah, that's what I read. So this is actually the only so this match between John Cena and Roman Reigns, this is like their only one and only. Plans can always change. For example, WrestleMania 30 changed like a million fucking times because of CM Punk and other factors. So plans can always change, but that's the current plan. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar is still the main event for WrestleMania 34. Which, at this point, why are you still trying to make Roman Reigns the hero of this story? Brock Lesnar's gonna be the hero of the fucking story. Can somebody finally shut up Roman Reigns? That's gonna be the whole thing. But yeah, that was the promo with John Cena Roman Reigns. I'm not even gonna talk about John Cena Roman Reigns, Luke Gallows, and Kurt Anderson because that was fucking pointless. Completely forgot. Had I not looked at this screen, I completely forgot the match existed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely forgot. Elias Sampson came out again, besting a Raw, cut his thing. Jerry Lawler was there because they were in Memphis. I forgot. And they brought out impressive pelvis West. Now, do you watch Southpaw Regional Wrestling?
I fucking love South Park Regional Wrestling.
So, crossover finally happened.
Yeah, so trust me, I was dying laughing when he brought him out.
So I'm glad at least they acknowledged Southpaw Regional Wrestling on mainstream. It was just on YouTube. So the fact they acknowledged it on TV, that was a good thing. So I'm actually glad about that. Imagine we do get a crossover like some of the superstars, like they're going back and forth between characters. That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
But now let's quickly talk about. We're trying to quickly talk about this main event in like under 5 minutes tops. Sasha Banks versus Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's title. A lot of mixed opinions, mostly negative because they did it again.
I don't understand. I don't understand. I really do not understand about.
It's like
what it is with him, and I mean, what is it with Sasha Banks and not holding the title for?
She can only no. I looked. I want to make sure. I was making sure my statement was true before I say it. Sasha Banks has only held the title for 2.5 weeks. Every time she wins it,
Yeah,
the minimum she holds is 2.5 weeks, and then she drops it.
Yeah. I feel like you're absolutely right about that.
It's
because the fact it's the fact of like I don't get it either.
It's like when that result happened, I'm like, are they joking? At first, now again, with the whole Charlotte and Sasha thing, it was because okay, they're trying to out wrestle each other. That's perfectly fine. I'm going to ignore the fact that they keep fucking over Sasha at the pay-per-view. Sure. Okay, as long as she's getting her comeuppance on Raw, which is fine. That's fine. But now this is blatantly obvious. They were not doing that by accident or conveniently when the whole Charlotte and Sasha feud. This was intentional. The worst part is Alexa Bliss the previous week even said the same thing is going to happen. You're going to lose it next week because you always lose. You can never successfully defend the title. Usually when a heel says that, the face overcomes the odds and beats him. No, literally exactly what Alexa Bliss literally.
You know why? Because didn't she win at her hometown recently?
Yes, but that's not the fucking point.
No, I'm just saying maybe that's the trade. Maybe that's the trade.
She went at her hometown. She had to drop it 2 weeks. It made it worse. She beat her cleanly. That was even made it worse. It's not like Alexa Bliss cheated or anything. She legit beat her cleanly. That's what made it worse. So it's like you're telling me Sasha Banks can never fucking like the pressure is too high when it comes to a title. The pressure is too high for her. That's basically what you're telling me here. She can never hold on to a title. Fucking insane. Now look, I could care. Now the whole Nia Jax thing, I was actually looking forward to that anyway. Cause I knew eventually Nia Jax was going to set her sights on the title. So no, this is going to be an interesting feud because again, Alexa Bliss was using Nia Jax just so she wouldn't face her because she knows and she probably faced her, she's probably fucked. But now, since obviously Nia Jax doesn't care for Alexa Bliss anymore, we get that. That's perfectly fine. But why did you have to use Sasha Banks as a transitional champion again?
I don't understand. Well, here's another thing. You gotta remember. It does look bad on Sasha Banks' part, but here's another thing you gotta remember. She wasn't supposed to be the champion in the first place.
I know, but this makes her look like,
it does make her look bad, but at the same time, you had to remember.
It's supposed to be Bailey. I know.
Okay, this is supposed to be Bailey thing.
Now,
at the same time, I feel like that this whole Alexa Bliss thing was just a new storyline written, being to the fact that being to the fact of like I feel like Sasha was supposed to. Bailey was supposed to hold it for a while.
Here's what I originally think. No. Here's what I originally think was going to happen. Bailey was going to win at SummerSlam. The same situation was going to happen here. The only difference was Bailey lost the title because of Nia Jax, or Sasha was going to turn heel and screw her over out of the title. So then Bailey can exit out of the feud from Alexa and Nia Jax can come in and Bayley can feud with Sasha. That's what I think was originally going to happen. Since Bayley got injured, they couldn't go in that direction. They had the only other credible face on the roster besides Alicia Fox, and that's really stretching it, is Sasha Banks at the moment. So, yeah, they had no choice but to use Sasha for this brief moment, just get themselves out of this situation. And so she can just drop it to Alexa and then Nia Jax. And technically, you see, to be fair, technically, Sasha does have a rematch. I wonder if she'll actually do her rematch clause. She does have. She had
No Mercy.
No, it's clear it's gonna be Nia Jax. Clearly, from the ending.
Yeah, true. Maybe. All right. So maybe
it might be the Raw before No Mercy, just to get that out the way, because Sasha does have a fucking rematch. I'm sorry, she does. So they, for God's sake, give her the fucking rematch at least before you just make it completely prove the point where this was never a long-term plan, which it wasn't anyway because Bayley got injured. But it's like, come, you're making Sasha Banks look like a joke because Alexa Bliss literally said she did exactly what she said was going to happen. She literally, and she did it cleanly. That was the worst part. She didn't have to cheat. She didn't cover it. Like, she literally did it cleanly. That's what makes Sasha Banks even worse. She can't thrive under pressure. That's literally what Sasha Banks is now. So until they prove me otherwise, that's it. But that was Raw. Holy crap, we finally got out of Raw.
Yeah.
But like I said, it was a lot to talk about on Raw. That's why. There was some decent stuff going on there. So SmackDown, again, this was we'll talk about the crowd at the last thing. I'm just going to quickly talk about Raw. SmackDown. You didn't watch SmackDown, did you?
Guys, I wasn't home for SmackDown, so.
All right. So basically, sum up. Jinder Mahal, this was a weird segment. Jinder Mahal came out with the Singh brothers. Jinder Mahal talked about Shinsuke Nakamura about how the Singh brothers interrupted him, saying that they failed him and like they weren't worthy of them. And they personally said, "Allow us to kiss your feet as a sign of our apology in front of everybody." It was getting kind of disturbing. I'm not gonna let you watch. No, if you actually watch the segment, it was getting like, okay, now this is getting not really good to watch. Like, this was kind of getting like weird now. And Jinder Mahal was just standing there, and he actually went up to him just so like it was getting weird. Then Shinsuke Nakamura came out. He attacked Jinder. Rusev came out. Then Randy Orton came out. The heels were standing tall when they took out both.
I did see a gif. I did see this gif from later that was like Rusev pretty much was like, "We're not friends. We're not going to ride along."
He did. No, he did say that. He did. It was a promo.
Like, wait, what a way to promote the show.
He did. He did actually say that. He said after we're done with our tag team match, I'm coming after that title. He did actually say that. That was funny. Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable, they defeated the Ascension. Sadly, Ascension had to be doing the job. Shelton Benjamin looked good. He looked better. Like he looked like he never missed a beat. Shelton Benjamin.
Well, he was. Well, but the thing was that even though he was injured, or whatever, the time where he had to like wait, to get another physical from WWE, he actually still wrestled some shows, so he kept himself in wrestling shape.
All right, so that would make a lot of sense then. So, because he looked like he never missed a fucking beat. Very he was good. I just still can't, as my brother pointed, I just still can't ignore the fact that they literally replaced a black guy with another black guy for Chad. It's just like, come on, you can't tell me this wasn't intentional. It could have been anybody else.
Well, Charlie Haas was retired, so
I know, but it's like you could have gave him anybody else. You could have gave him fucking, I don't know. What's his first name? Top of my head, that was in WWE before. You could have gave him Paul Burchill or something. I don't know.
Jesus Christ!
I know. I'm going out there.
Yeah, you really are. Why are we giving him the pirate?
I don't know, but my point is that they intentionally not only gave him a black guy, they gave him a black guy who pretty much had the same gimmick as the current black guy pretty much had the same gimmick of. So it's like it didn't help matter that y'all did this fucking intention.
But it's also, but I feel like this might be one of those things where he's pretty much going to go and teach like, 'cause most of the time they bring in the older people, it's to help.
Yeah,
It's
of
to help
course.
teach the young. So I'm pretty sure this is the way to help Jason Jordan.
I could definitely see that. He's gonna betray him eventually.
Yeah.
And then they make Chad Gable. No, I completely understand. Again, ever since his match with AJ Styles, it showed that Chad Gable can fight singles matches. Not impossible. So he can do it on his own if he really wants to. Then we get to United States Open Challenge. AJ Styles came out. Originally, Baron Corbin did say backstage he was going to go for the Open Challenge, but Ty Dillinger came out first. Baron Corbin literally, even during Ty Dillinger came out, he's like, yo, man, what the fuck? I was about to come out. And he was like, no, I'm going out. Ty Dillinger tried to walk away. Baron Corbin pushed him. Ty Dillinger threw him to the crowd pole or whatever. Ty Dillinger was about to go up. Baron Corbin attacked him. Then they had a brawl outside. Ty Dillinger eventually got the upper hand and took out Baron Corbin. And so he got in the ring. He's like, all right, AJ Styles, we're going to do this right now. The match was only like a minute because Ty Dillinger was already worn out from fight. The fight outside the ring was longer than the actual fucking match. Because no, like Ty Dillinger literally was brawling with Baron Corbin outside like a good couple minutes. So I could tell he was already worn out anyway. So AJ Styles, it's not that AJ Styles made quick work of him. Because Ty Dillinger did reverse the phenomenal forearm. He did actually do that. I put him in the tiebreaker, but it's like he eventually he lost. So then Corbin came out, attacked Ty Dillinger again. AJ Styles stopped him. So clearly I don't think Corbin's bad. I think his punishment's over because now he's going for United States title now.
Yeah, well, maybe this will be the same equivalent to
the difference.
No. I'm saying this. All right, I won't say the same equivalent, but it will be somewhat like this was your opportunity of you holding the title. You lost the opportunity, but we still sort of like you. So we're going to give you this opportunity to hold the United States title if we decide that you can win. But you better do good for this, or you better not fuck up beforehand.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or in the middle hand. So this is, I'm gonna say, it's the same set situation, but it's sort of like, we're giving you another shot here by giving you this chance of winning this belt or winning this belt. Please don't fuck up.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
Because next time you fuck up, then you won't have a chance at all. You be on Superstars. That kind of thing.
Yeah, that kind of fuck up. Yep. We have Bobby Roode versus Mike Kanellis.
Mike Kanellis.
No, I mean
no. The reason why I say poor Mike Kanellis is because there's the reports that they pretty much gave up on him already.
No, apparently. So what I follow Mike Kanellis on both Instagram and Twitter. I read a report like a week ago how he was battling something. He was on prescription drugs. Like he was addicted to those. He just finally got off of it. Like if you notice, like the past month or so, you haven't really seen him before like now. So because he was battling with that, so he's been like a month clean so far. So
he's that's what he's been at.
He showed how out of shape he was like a month ago compared to he is now. So it's like I guess now he's getting better. So we'll see. I mean, obviously he jobbed to Bobby Roode. That was gonna be fucking out.
Well, he wasn't gonna lose to Bobby Roode.
Of course. If Mike Kanellis would beat Bobby Roode, I'm gonna have to question: is WWE on crack? That would be the clearest evidence that Vince McMahon doesn't watch NXT.
Well, did you hear the rumor that apparently Vince McMahon wants to change Bobby Roode's theme music?
Then Vince McMahon is smoked, and why Triple
because he feels that the Glorious theme is a heelless theme. But they brought him in as a face.
And that's the fucking... No, trust me. He's going to be a face for a couple more weeks. I see where this is going. Bobby Roode did say, that's why I said, you have to sometimes watch those Fallout videos on YouTube.
You're right. I think all in all, it's fucking stupid as is. Anyway, you do leave the shit the fuck alone. The song could probably work either both face or heel, in my opinion. But
that's like saying TJP's an example of that.
Yeah,
he was a face and a heel. He still has the same fucking theme, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, as much as we kept joking that maybe you should probably change the theme and everything, blah blah blah. But yeah, that's just a rumor and everything. It sounds like a Vince thing, But yeah, he wants to change it
I'm telling you,
because
Triple H has to do the job and just put the bullet in the head, 2 bullets in the head to Vince. I'm sorry.
that's not how. No, that's not how you.
He has to do it. He has to because this is getting ridiculous at this point. He's screwing over all the NXT superstars, man. He really is. No, he really is. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, Byron, he said he wants a championship, so it's either I'm assuming it has to be United States title. There's no way they're gonna let him go for David title that quickly, because then he'll just beat Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
Just like that. He'll beat him just like that. So yeah, he might go after AJ depending on. It's not official that Corbin's getting a title opportunity, but it's obvious that that's the route they're going. Well, time will tell. Kevin Owens, he came out, and again, it's exactly how I expected it was going to happen. He was just a deranged sociopath, just like why does he first? English came out to fight, same thing. Kevin Owens came out first. He was like, out of respect, I want you to leave the ring, or something very bad is going to happen to you if you don't. And he left, and he was saying, yo, again, I got screwed 3 times. Why am I not United States champion? He just kept asking the same question over and over again. Eventually, Shane Man came out. He was saying, and again, Shane Man tried to BS his way out of it. Again, Kevin Owens called him a lie. He was like, again, why did your decision stand, but the other referees? No, why did the other referees decision stand, but yours didn't? That's the question. Keep asking himself, and then you put yourself into a match before even the referee for in, and the Sami Zayn tried to justify it, and then Sami Zayn came out. The match was supposed to be Sami Zayn versus in English. Ken Owens on commentary. Ken Owens said, you know what? Fuck it, fuck everything. He pretty much bullied the referee out the ring, and he took the shirt, and it was the fastest 3 count I ever seen in my life. For Kevin Owens, he popped a power bomb. Same thing. Once it was like it was a second. It wasn't even a 3-second count. It was a second. Just screwed him over. So obviously he's not like he is pissed. He's gonna go after Shane. I'm calling. It's gonna be the Hell in a Cell match for Shane Man versus Kevin Owens. I see it happening. They want to sell Hell in a Cell. The Usos versus the New Day. It was a stipulation. Winner get the pick stipulation for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship rematch. The Usos won. It's obvious, like I said before, it's going to be the Hell in a Cell match. It has to. First time. Might as well make history, right? These are the best 2 teams. Might as well end it in Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Where feuds usually are supposed to end. It's not supposed to be a yearly thing, which doesn't mean anything, but it doesn't. We're not going to talk about that. But, yeah. Usos won that. Tamina be a jobber because they're doing the Tamina thing now, where she's supposed to be a monster. So yeah, Shinsuke Nakamura, Randy Orton defeated Jinder Mahal and Rusev. Next week, by the way,
I did see the gift for that. Is actually a funny. Did you see Nakamura's tweet about that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it was actually pretty funny. It was like 50 because apparently the 29th of the 29th of the 30th of August. It was like 15 years ago.
I was saying August 29th, 15 years ago today in Japan.
Yeah, okay. Oh, he made the tweet. He made the tweet then. He was like 15 years ago today in Japan, Shinsuke Nakamura debuted at Nihon Budokan. And then 15 years later, I eat this.
RKO. Yeah, so next week it's gonna be no contenders match: Randy Orton versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, my brother was saying this, and it's clearly true. If Shinsuke Nakamura beats Randy Orton, let's put this in perspective. He would have beat both John Cena and Randy Orton, the 2 pretty much faces of the Ruthless Aggression era, and in this era, pretty much. But he cannot beat Jinder Mahal.
Well.
You see what's wrong with that?
well, in fairness, Jinder Mahal was an interference. So let's just call that straight for straight.
No, but
Cena doesn't have entourages Where'd you come? Cena doesn't have entourage. Randy Orton's not going to have an entourage.
I know, but it's like let's just put that he can't beat Jinder Mahal, huh? Something is not right here. But yeah, that was SmackDown 205 Live. We have the blow off match between Brian Kendrick and gentleman Jack Gallagher. No disqualification. I think the match ending changed because Jack Gallagher literally got busted open. Like it was half of his face was blood. So they had to quickly stop the match. Kendrick just put him in his submission very quickly right after that, and it was over. I don't think the match was supposed to end right there. It ended shorter than what I actually expected. So it was like, that was weird. I don't know how they're gonna. I don't know what's gonna happen there. Rich Swann defeated Ari Daivari. TJP was on commentary, and it revealed TJP was never injured because Ari Daivari was pissed that he was at commentary. He pushed him out the way. He cost him the last week, and so because of that, TJP came out with once Rich Swann defeated Ari Daivari again. He attacked TJP. He took his crutch. TJP tried to get in the ring. Then he just said, "Fuck." He got in the ring. He did his moves with his injured knee, and he showed and he did springboard. And then Rich Swann just looked at him. He's like, "Dude, you're not injured." And I don't think TJP even realized what he just did until Rich Swann picked up the crutch and gave it to him, and then left. And TJP realized, "Oh shit, my cover's blown," basically. And he got mad and he did the detonation kick on Ari Daivari. So I don't know if you know the story. Basically, TP is trying to avoid their blow-off match between him and Rich Swann. He's just trying to avoid that. So that's what's going on with them. And then in the main event, Enzo, Cedric, and Grand Metalik versus Tony Nese, Drew Gulak, and Noam Dar. Again, this was a better representation of what Enzo can actually do. Granted, it was mainly because of Grand Metalik and Cedric Alexander. They were doing most of the shit, but this made him look better. That's what I can say. A lot better. They won, so we will see where it goes. It's funny because if you look at who they was up against, it's clearly what the feuds are going to be. It's clearly going to be Cedric versus Tony Nese. You saw that feud kind of develop. Yeah. It's going to be Noam versus Enzo, and I even said it previously. It should be if Drew Gulak the whole 205 Live thing, no fly zone. Who better than Grand Metalik? Literally the definition of the flying thing.
Okay, so it looks like Grand Metalik is actually back now.
Yes, I know, and every week I'm so pissed because on Tuesday my manager's been scheduling me for the past 2 weeks to work night shifts. I've been missing 205 Live, and every single fucking time Grand Metalik was on there.
Well, maybe I'm just saying, just hold me to this. But if you was to ask your manager, I need Tuesdays off because
of Grand Metalik. You just say what the fuck?
I'm pretty sure he won't do that, but you can always at least ask.
Yeah. And then we cap it off with NXT. Drew McIntyre came out. He was saying this is a new era in NXT now, but he's still irritated that Adam Cole, Fish, and O'Reilly came out and ruined his celebration. He kind of sounded like, I'm not gonna lie, he kind of sounded like a heel in his promo. Not gonna lie. He said he's ready for anybody and anything. Roddy Strong came out. He was like, all right, ready for anybody to face me. But first, let me finish off Bobby Roode. And Jim, I said, okay, and I'll be waiting after you fight him. And we'll see how it goes. And if you beat him, just know I'll be watching. So that's later down the line. Then we have Payne Royce. Again, Payne Royce, like I said, Payne Royce versus Rude Riott. They have come a long way to where they used to be. I mean, they have improved in everything. They actually, Payne Royce actually Rude Riott a match. And it was like it was good. But holy shit, dude, if anything, I know you didn't watch NXT. The one thing you should watch is Billy Kay's fucking big boot on Ruby Riott.
I did. No, I saw the gif of that. There are times where I'll like if I'm on Twitter, I'll see like a gif.
Did you see that big boot?
Yeah, I saw that. That was hard.
Knock your head off. Like holy shit. Yeah, so Payne Royce won that. We had a squash and heavy machinery. Didn't really matter. Oh, forgot to mention very beginning of the show. Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and Adam Cole attacked Sanity backstage. So there was.
Yeah.
I
also did see the gif of Adam Cole DDT and
Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre on stage. Now here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, with that said, did he really need to kick him in the fucking ass before he got DDT? Like, I'm about to get DDT. What's the point of you kicking me in the ass?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, if you look at it, he literally just kicked him in the ass and then DDT.
I don't know.
It's like you're not putting me in the you're not putting me in the fucking that move that Kyle O'Reilly and Fish does, where he does like the kick before the brain buster. You're not putting me in that. Why are you kicking me in my ass?
It was kind of weird though, but yeah. So that happened, but the main event was Bobby Roode versus Drew McIntyre. This is officially Bobby Roode's last match in NXT. And they were saying thank you, Bobby. So obviously Braun Strowman was getting booed. I'm not gonna lie, Braun Strowman, he proved himself. So I did like how this ended. He gave one final snow. He blew a kiss to Bobby Roode, just like how he did to his wife, Braun Strowman's wife, and he did his backbreaker. And it was over. And that was the end for Bobby Roode. After the match, Drew McIntyre came out, and then that whole sequence, what you just said, happened. So there was that. And with that being said, that was the end of NXT.
I'm about to make somebody angry real quick. Somebody's talking about like how somebody like Nia Jax. There's a picture of Nia Jax where she's wearing this dress that actually makes her look really succulent. Might be the right word to say.
Okay.
But someone's like, "Oh, I don't like him. Give me someone like Sasha Banks and blah blah blah." And everything, and I'm about to say, Sasha Banks' forehead,
okay,
5 head, like she's 75% 5 head.
I mean, I think I know the picture you're talking about because you did post on Instagram, I believe. So, hold on. But yeah, I do know what you're talking about. But yeah, other than that, any final thoughts before we go off on the air, Ron?
No, not really. Once again, like I always say, we just find out on Raw
what's gonna happen. Again, I feel like Braun's gonna chalk that fucking cage somehow, just because. But yeah, otherwise, thank you guys for watching today's episode of This Week in Wrestling. We'll be back next Saturday talking about if Braun Strowman actually fucking probably killed Big Show or not. Anyway, guys, this is Creator and Ron signing off. Catch you guys later. See ya.